HR 2026. I'm your host, Boogotti NYC, and this here's our bottom line. We be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. We be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. Just got me lit. Y'all ready? Let's see if he ready. Huh? You ready? Let me see. I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. It's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo. Yo, 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 yo. And we wind it up. Wind it up. Wind it up. It's 6 o'clock somewhere. And I think, okay. Still tipping. And we gotta open up those pores. How do I sound? Can you hear me? Open up those pores. We gotta open up those, switch that mic, switch that mic, switch that mic. Let's switch this mic early, y'all. Go ahead and switch this mic out real quick. Might be the bad mic. Go ahead and switch this one out. Switchy, switchy, switchy before we even get any trouble. Boom. Okay, we going here. We gotta keep this one. I guess we gotta keep this one. Let me know if you can hear me now. Let me know if you can hear me now. Let me know if we're back. If we're back, you can hear me now. Let me know. Let me know. Loud and clear. We can hear you. We're back. Is it bad though? Is it like, loud and proud? Loud and clear? Okay. Thank you guys. We've been having a problem with this lock, man. We're the first one that ever used this before. But these gotta go. As you can see, we had a lot of confidence in them, like I showed you just now. I'm the first one that started using these. I really thought that it was gonna work out for them. But as you can see, it's not working out for us at all. Yeah. Somebody said the other one is better, and that's why I put that other one in there. I knew what I was talking about. No bueno? Yeah, it's not bueno. Can't turn it down. That's the bad part about it. I need to know if you guys can hear me now, though. I need to know so we can keep on moving forward. Thanks for the love on the suit, Casey. But if we don't got no audio, I can't really do the show that good. So I just need to know if you guys can hear me. Are we good? Is it bad? Is it bad, 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 bad? Let me know. Let me know. How was that? Okay, cool. Let's do it. How y'all doing this morning? It's your boy Boogotti NYC. let's get into those prayers. You know, we can't start nothing without the prayers in the morning. That's probably what did it. You know, we're supposed to be starting those prayers off before anything. Hope everybody good now. Let's go. Okay, let's do it. We got to get those prayers in the air for everybody right now, especially for me and for our audio. We got a lot of very hypersensitive people that are in our chat and that come by here. And if that audio ain't A1, they will leave. They don't play around when it comes down to audio, and they're not taking no for an answer. So all I want to say is this, you guys. I understand that you may go ahead and kick a rock for a block because you're real sensitive to the audio issues. That's fine with me. We'll be back tomorrow on Purple Sunday for all of you guys that are very sensitive to the audio. And I totally appreciate you guys, and I understand that it may be a problem. But how about this? Right now, we're going to get these prayers in the air for everybody else. And we're going to say thank the Lord for being able to wake up this morning. Because if I wasn't able to wake up this morning, I wouldn't be able to even experience the problem. How about that? Thank you, Lord. Thank you for the new suit. Thank you for the love, and thank you for everything that you've given us to this day and forward. I just want to let you know that I'm proud and I'm thankful of everything we get, negative or positive. Let's keep on moving forward, because who we praying for this morning? That's right, you guys. We got to pray for love. We got to pray for understanding. We got to pray for patience. We got to pray for yeah, that's what we got to pray for. And you know what else you got to pray for as well, you guys? Like we showed you yesterday, you can't take on everyone's problems. And another thing, you got to find ways to not be angry, because you're running on a motor and it's just like a car. So I want to make sure that everybody understands that we're praying for life over here, happiness in every single person in the chat. All right, everybody, we're praying for Terry. We got to pray for Ad Rains. We want to pray for Flavor Talk. That's right, the Herbal 777. Got to pray for Zion's Choice. How you doing this morning? Liberty and Justice. Hope everything's going well. Jordan Dowdy, how you doing? Got to pray for Jordan. Jonathan Burke 7745. Liberty and Justice. I see you again. Miss Swanza. Angels Among Us. How you doing? Wooside. Gerald. There you go. I see Gerald. How you doing? Ad Rains. How you doing? Terry Cone. Who else we got up in the building? Sweet RV Adventurers. There you go. 55 Coffee House. Got that brew going right now. Lisa Roy. How you doing, Lisa Roy? We got Andrew Beanman 9875. That's right. We spinning up there. We spinning, baby. We spinning. Chrissy Byrne High. Who else we got up in here? Flavor Talk. I see my brother Casey Ramos in the building. Happy Saturday, my brother. We gonna turn it up no matter what. We got Terry Cone up in here, always shouting you out. That's how we do it. Who we got up in here? Ultimega Patron, Ultimaga Patron. Okay, Patriot. There we go. I see you in the building. Jay Wood, G5V, Mark Dorfman. We got a lot of people in here this morning. Jay Woods, okay, VG5P, Batty Lynn, Angels Among Us. Okay, Zion's Choice, Jay Wood. Let's keep it moving, you guys. We're going to pray for everybody that's not here. Mark Dorfman, Jeffrey Spilker. Got to show love for Winter Rising, Sam Champion. Also Coin Collective. Who else we missing? Whoever we missing, we got to show some love. Amen. Because it's time to get to work. It's time to go. Hope you guys can hear me okay enough, because we still got to do what we got to do. And you know what I'm going to say, right? I got 5 on it. I'm going to stack 5 videos at a time. All I need you guys to do is stay on topic, stay on point. Let me know where you're chiming in from. Also, let me know what time it is. I love to go get content from where you guys are from. That's right. I love to go get content from where you guys are from. Miss Swanza, let's get today started right. We pray for you too, Boogotti. Thank you so much, Miss Swanza, for the 5-0. She got 50 on it. Putting that right to the DJI fund. Got to say goodbye to Hollyland. We're going over to DJI from now on. We're going to get some real audio cracking over here. With this voice, it's a shame that you guys can't hear everything I have to say with a crisp sort of audio. That's right, you guys, and thank you so much. Show so much love to Miss Swanza for always showing love. 3:09 in the morning. That's right, you guys, and y'all know what else we're going to do right now, right? Let's get into these titles. We got to get to work. We got to get right to work right now, because we got a lot to put down, and we got an exciting show no matter what. We got to keep on moving forward. USA and Iran. Why can't we all just get along? Wonder where they got that from. Sounds a little bit Rodney Kingish to me, if I do say so myself. 609 right there. I see you. Thanks, Miss Swanza. Raymond, you better know it. Thank you, Miss Swanza. Wisconsin in the building. It's just fine, Boogotti. Y'all know how we do it. Jordan, how was work? Okay, we trying to read those comments at the same time. But let's get back to this thumbnail, because I got one more to hit you guys with after this second one. Yes, Howard Lutnick, he has been asked why he lied about Jeffrey Epstein relationship. As yes, you guys, you already know, at first came before Congress and they threw Jeffrey under the bus. Myself and my wife said we'll never go and be around a nasty guy like that. Keep him out of our everything, blah, 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 even though he was their next door neighbor. Okay, cool. Then all of a sudden, some emails came out to come find out that they did business together. And there's a possibility that they actually have a business going on now. And now Mr. Lutnick is saying, I'll talk to you guys behind closed doors about that. Whoa, okay, let's keep on moving forward. Is that because he's probably under oath right now? I don't know. Let's keep on going, because last but not least, we got a big rounding error over here with the GOP. The lawmakers questions Ilhan Omar's finances. Yes, you guys, her finances are being questioned right now, trying to find out where you get all the dough from, Ilhan. So yes, you guys, we got to get into it. We got trending topics, current events, and much, much more. Let's get into it, you guys, because it's Saturday. Damn, let's get into some clips. Let's go. Let's do what we got to do, you guys. That used to be my favorite stuff to do in the morning. Play like I was a karate man. Let me get that audio up for y'all real quick. Make sure we're good. And yes, last day we got to deal with this. So glad, because yesterday, of course, you guys probably know, there's a store in New York that everybody frequents when it comes down to things like this. It's called B&H, but of course they're closed on Friday. How many of you guys can tell me why they're closed on Friday? Let's keep on moving forward. Let's go. We got President Trump over here announcing Israel's Lebanon ceasefire, and it's going to be extended for 3 weeks. Oh, what a coincidence.
Office, and they came together because of energetic diplomacy, of course, led by the President of the United States. So I think it's a big moment for the world, it's a big moment for our country, but just very proud to be a part of it. So thank you, sir, for making it happen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. President, for hosting this. Actually, you know, the President wanted to be personally involved, and I'm glad he was, because it made it possible to get this extension, and it gives everybody time to continue to work on what's going to be a permanent peace between two countries that want to be in peace. Both are victimized by the same terrorist organization. A terrorist organization that no doubt has victimized Israel, but has also victimized the people of Lebanon. The people of Lebanon deserve to live in a country that's peaceful and prosperous. They have an opportunity to do that. They have a history of that. And what's standing in the way is an organization that operates, a terrorist organization that operates within their national territory, that threat needs to be eliminated. And so thank you, Mr. President, for this gathering today and for convening it and being a key part of it. And it buys us time to continue to work. I'm very optimistic that in a few weeks we'll be even closer to the kind of permanent peace that the people of Israel and Lebanon deserve.
Thank you very much. Michelle, please.
Hey, Liberty, if Jordan got timed out, you're the one that could bring him back.
I would like to thank the President, the Vice President, and Secretary to make this historical meeting today that bring two countries that they've never been next to each other more than today in a way. This is 60, 70 years in the making, and today is really the historical day. Thank you, Mr. President, Vice President, Secretary, and we're going to keep going, working for a peace that hopefully we'll get it as soon as possible.
Thank you. He's a very successful man. And when I asked him if he'd like to be ambassador to Lebanon, I said, could be a dangerous job. He said, well, I'm Lebanese. I was born in Lebanon, and your parents have a whole big history. He said, danger doesn't matter to me, really. It's something I want to do. He's very successful. He didn't need this. And I think it's probably more dangerous than you ever thought, but you've done a fantastic job. So.
It is an honor for me to serve you, Mr. President, and then I'm going to go to the end.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And likewise, Mike Huckabee, we all know Mike, and he didn't need it either, did he? But
I think Casey could bring him back too.
I just want to say, Mr. President, what an amazing opportunity to be here at a moment of history. The people of Lebanon, the people of Israel are neighbors, and they want to get along. They can get along. But it's like neighbors who have a rough little kid living in the neighborhood who keeps throwing rocks at everybody's window. And if the kid will quit throwing rocks, the neighbors can get along and start actually working together. The President has initiated something that is truly bringing the neighborhood back to a neighborhood and recognizing that the problem is not Lebanon, that the problem is not Israel, the problem is Hezbollah, the bad little kid throwing rocks. That's what the President is getting launched today, to get that little kid
Hey man, ain't you the one that be on TV with the commercial, Mike Huckabee, selling them, what's that that stuff he be trying to get us to take, y'all, them pills? Ain't that the same Mike Huckabee right there?
Out of the neighborhood.
Thank you. Mr. Ambassador, please.
Well, thank you, Mr. President, for your hospitality, for bringing Israel and Lebanon together here in the Oval Office. Israel wants peace with Lebanon, and Israel wants security for its citizens. We're united with the Lebanese government in wanting to rid the country of this malign influence called Hezbollah. And now that, Mr. President, under your leadership, Iran has been so degraded, the possibility of degrading Hezbollah and liberating Lebanon from their occupation is real.
Okay, so I just want you guys to see what's actually going on right now and trying to get as much away from the obvious as possible, but it's going to wind up there anyway. We're going to wind up talking about Israel and the United States. You guys, you appreciate the fact that we're actually here together again. The fact of the matter that we're actually able to do this on our channel. All we got to do is get some audio straight. We're alive. How about that? Don't worry about the small things to giants over here. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because now we got to get more into what we got lined up for the rest of the day. We got some situations going on over here where President Trump has gone ahead and, wait a minute, is this a, let's see what's going on over here. It's going to be a little bit going into this Iran situation war right here, where Trump talks about the apprentice ratings, a little bit more than that, but let's see what's going on with Iran right now.
MS Now's Jackie Alamany just spoke to President Trump. Eli Stokols is White House and Foreign Affairs correspondent for Politico. Former Congresswoman Jane Harman previously served as ranking member on the House Intelligence Committee. She's now President Emerita of the Wilson International Center for Scholars. It's good to have all of you here. So Jackie, as I said, you spoke to the president today about the prospect of negotiations to end this war. What did he tell you?
Yeah, Chris, well, first, I want to commend you on that intro and that scripting, because this is a really complicated situation, and I feel like you and your producers really distilled it perfectly, because there are a lot of players here that are saying competing, directly contradictory things. The president telling me this morning in a brief phone call, in an answer to my question about when in-person negotiations are going to resume after they were postponed this week, essentially that he has no idea. He claimed that the Iranians have no idea who their leader is. He said, quote, they have no idea who the hell is speaking for their country. He then, after our conversation, reiterated this claim. I'll read you his Truth Social post quickly. But he said Iran is having a very hard time figuring out who their leader is. They just don't know. The infighting is between the hardliners, who have been losing badly on the battlefield, and the moderates, who are not very moderate at all. Then he continues, no ship can enter or leave without the approval of the United States Navy. That's in reference to the blockade. It is sealed up tight until such time as Iran is able to make a deal. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Now, our colleague, David Rode, I should point out, did a quick fact check of my conversation with the president, and in conversations he had with his sources and experts on Iran, they basically said that Trump's claims are incorrect, that the government is not divided despite of claims of deep divisions, and that the emergence of a new regime is simply untrue. As most of our viewers know, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei was taken out by the U.S. military and the Israeli military at the start of this war. His son, again, Ayatollah Khamenei, has taken over and is sort of the board of the director, but the power structure is very clear now, and it remains unclear when Iran is going to decide that they're actually going to come to the negotiating table. There have been some Iranian voices, members of their parliamentary and an Iran representative to the UN, who said that if the U.S. decides to drop this blockade, that is in fact causing a lot of economic pressure on the Iranians, then maybe that would be the impetus for them to resume negotiations.
Okay, Miss Longwind, I thought I could talk. Jesus Christ, you and Hakeem Jeffries need to hook up for real. Let's see what the president got to say about all this, because it's cool to hear it from other people when they go into details, because I like to give you guys the picture. Let's see what the president has to say about a lot of these topics as well. Got situations, they're going to ask the president a few questions and they're going to keep on firing them at him. And you know how the president is when he gets a lot of information. He's like, can you just be quiet and let me answer your question? Probably another mic drop right here. Let's see what's going on with this situation here as Trump blasts the CBS reporter as a wise guy for continuously cutting him off.
It won't be executed yet.
So if you're asking for more time to sort out negotiations.
I'm not asking you for more time.
I mean,
I'm asking you,
no, if you need more time,
I'm not asking anybody for more time.
if you need more time, does that mean Americans should anticipate spending more on gasoline for the foreseeable
For a
future?
little while. And you know what they get for that? You know what they get for that? Iran without a nuclear weapon that's going to try and blow up one of our cities or blow up the entire Middle East. You want to see what shock would be? And I have to be honest, the stock market is at an all-time high right now. I thought it would have been down 20–25%.
You want to take prices down?
But can I finish my question? Why is that? The stock market's at an all-time high right now. I projected, and I'm pretty good at this, that the stock market, Howard, would drop maybe 20%, 25%, and I understood that, and I said, hey, it's a bad thing, but I have to do what's right for the country, even the world, because you can't have them, you cannot let them have a nuclear weapon. So, the stock market, unlike what a lot of people were predicting, I thought they weren't necessarily wrong. The stock market today hit an all-time high, hit an all-time high yesterday, the day before, and it's staying there. I thought oil would go up to maybe $200 a barrel, and oil is a different number than we thought. In fact, this country is much lower because we have all the oil we can use. We're actually, ships are coming from all over the world to Texas, Louisiana, Alaska. They're coming from all over the world to get oil from the United States, while this is closed, the Hormuz Strait. So, if you look at what I said, I guess it was right, because they said I'd have it 4 to 6 weeks, and in 4 weeks we have totally defeated their military.
Now, speaking of the Hormuz Strait, you did bring that up, so let's go ahead and see what's going on with that real quick. There's a little eruption going on over there, you guys.
And returning to Operation Epic Fury, where President Trump has issued a shoot and kill order, writing on Truth Social, quote, I have ordered the United States Navy to shoot and kill any boat that is putting mines in the waters of the Strait of Hormuz. There is to be no hesitation. Additionally, our minesweepers are clearing the strait right now. I'm hereby ordering that activity to continue, but at a tripled up level. And the Pentagon posting a new video of U.S. troops seizing another ship carrying Iranian oil. National security and military analyst and international relations expert Rebecca Grant joins me now. Rebecca, thanks for coming on to talk about this with us this morning. First, I just want your reaction to this shoot and kill order.
Lethal force is absolutely appropriate. And notice that President Trump really focused on any attempt by Iran's fast boats to...
I want to say that right there. Dallas says, if everybody's coming to America for gas, why is outrageous prices so high? Good question, because I don't understand it as well. And I can't even put gas in the B right now. Woo! Got that 98 up in there, y'all. Y'all know how that 90, what's that, 93? I ain't gas them up in a minute, but we going to gas them up. Vroom, 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 and go ahead and put those plastics back on and get back on the road. Woo, I can't wait. But I got to make sure I got somewhere to go. Let me tell you what you don't want to be doing right now. You don't want to be wasting high-priced gas right now, just flying around talking about, hey, look at me. You know what I'm saying?
Mines out in the strait. Right now, we have a couple clear shipping channels that our U.S. Navy destroyers have ready to go, so we don't want to see more activity. Iran's IRGC Navy remnants are acting like pirates, but I'm telling you, they've only seen a glimpse of what the U.S. Navy could do. The U.S. is in control of that strait, and the U.S. needs to keep that control of the strait.
Do you think?
Yeah, you guys, let's keep on moving now. That's enough of the strait. That's enough of the strait. That's enough of that. Wait a minute. Okay, it just happens to be going on everywhere. Now we got to go to Russia a little bit and see what's going on with the Ukraine situation, you guys. We got to go on over there too. This is pretty scary. This is a moment where a masked Ukrainian officer warns a whole classroom full of students that they're trying to get to enlist and being Russian soldiers. And stuff that he's saying is probably a little bit intimidating to a lot of them. He's basically saying if you enroll, I don't know if he was able to break into their closed circuit TV or whatever like that. Maybe they hacked it some kind of way. But yeah, he's got a mask on and he's telling them, you do not want to do this. Imagine that, you in a class getting talked to. They're trying to pep rally you up, and the next thing you know, the video comes on and you think it's somebody that's basically for what you're for, and all of a sudden they got a mask on telling you not to do it. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. There's a lot of craziness going on. Anybody know the backstory behind this? Please let me know. They said this is the astonishing moment and Ukrainian soldier successfully infiltrates the Russian university to warn students that they face certain DEATF if they go to WAR. Please tell us a little about your life, about it, because we're very, very interested. He's basically talking to this class and telling them, I don't think you want it. A bit intimidating as well. The masked man appears via video link, posing as a Russian fighter to conceal his true identity. University bosses had invited who they thought was one of their countrymen to speak at a recruitment drive for Vladimir Putin's WAR machine.
Я служу в войсках ППЛА, подразделении Рубикон, совсем новых войсках, как может кто-то не знает. Я хочу рассказать реальную историю настоящих...
These sessions pressure impressionable students into signing army contracts to boost Putin's ailing forces, said to be losing 30,000 soldiers a month.
Русских героев-дрончиков. Позывной Гудвин командовал расчетом ППЛА разведки. Был профессионалом...
So yeah, they doing what they got to do to recruit, and they doing what they got to do to stop them at the recruitment desk. That is pretty creepy, ain't it? Yeah, you see that? That's pretty crazy right there. He seems like a murderer to me. Sin comes in all forms. Okay, mask and sunglasses. Yeah, that's pretty crazy right there. Let's get on over to Washington. Got to see what's going on with Mr. Lutnick, as he's been asked, why did he lie about the relationship with Jeffrey Epstein? Yeah, that's how you say lie in sign language, you guys. There you go, just like that. Yeah. That's how you do it. I don't know too much. I actually know my alphabet, and that's about it. But yeah, let's see what they actually have to say about this topic here.
Let's start with your relationship with sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein. In October, you told the New York Post with colorful narration that the last time you saw Jeffrey Epstein was in 2005 when you took a tour of his house, which happened to be right next door to yours. You claim you and your wife were so grossed out by this disgusting person, you swore you would never go back. But when the Epstein files came out, it turned out that was a lie. You were forced to admit that you had visited Epstein's private island in 2012, 4 years after Epstein pled guilty soliciting a minor for prostitution and was labeled a sex offender. You brought along your wife, your kids, your nannies to the predator's island. Incredibly poor judgment. But that even wasn't the whole truth. It turns out that 5 days after visiting his island, you and Epstein signed a business deal together. As co-investors in a digital advertising company, AdFin, an email showed you stayed in touch with Epstein about this deal as late as 2018.
Tooling around.
Secretary Lutnick, why did you lie to the New York Post about your relationship with Jeffrey Epstein? Oh, I did hear that. Please don't repeat your gracious offer to speak behind closed doors, not under oath, without the ability of this committee to question you. The American people wants to know, why did you lie about your relationship with Epstein?
The House Oversight Committee and I have agreed.
We are
will
the
spend
appropriate
time
reclaiming my
together.
time. I do not accept that answer. We've heard that one. We are our own committee. We have our own reason to test your credibility and veracity. Please answer the question. What?
Tooling around says, as a bald man, we don't claim him.
Why did you lie to the Post?
I have voluntarily agreed to spend the time and talk about it.
I reclaim the time. Let the record reflect you're dodging the question. The cover-up continues. You know what? In your conversations with the president, is the president concerned about your continued relationship that you had with Mr. Epstein as recently as 2018?
I'm not going to discuss conversations I have with the president. That is not something I'm going to do.
If you remember that.
The first time I ever see Howard Lutnick not smile. This man smiled when he having constipation problems, and all of a sudden he ain't smiling. Something's going on. This man smiled when he constipated. All of a sudden he ain't smiling? Something up.
In that interview, you said you would never be in the room with him socially, for business, or even philanthropy. President Trump has just fired 3 cabinet secretaries, 3 women, Kristi Noem, Pam Bondi, Lori Chavez DeRemer. If President Trump has even a shred of concern about accountability for Jeffrey Epstein's enablers, he would fire you too. Beyond ADFIN, what other financial ties do you have to Jeffrey Epstein?
As I said, I'm going to answer all these.
Beyond ADFIN, what other financial ties? You're the Commerce Secretary. We have a right to ask this question and get it answered.
Again, I'm not going to spend the budget day discussing something. I've set aside time to spend on this topic.
I'm going to switch topics.
Because he's under oath, and many more people are going to start asking him deeper questions about whatever his answers are. And what can wind up happening is, yeah, you get screwed up on that one there, boy. You don't want to do nothing under oath.
Let me switch topics.
I like that too. That's why I'm letting it go. That's why I'm letting y'all hear this.
Kash Patel said a lot of things before he...
That's why I was letting it go all the way to the end. I'll let y'all get all of that, because I don't rock with homeboy like that. I don't really rock. Y'all already know. I don't rock with homeboy like that. There's just something about him. It's the same way that dogs can tell if it's a good person or a bad person coming down the line as well. We got something like that coming up too. Has your dog ever just been like this around a person? And never been like that around anybody? Just a nice little dog? Watch out for that person, because dogs can feel it. They can feel it. That's right. They know what's up. Let's get on over to let's get on over and see what's going on with this big rounding error GOP right now. Why y'all keep asking me about your homegirl like y'all don't think I got information on that topic right there? Huh? You know where we're going with this one. Someone that you know and love. You know what I'm talking about, right? Washington. Big rounding error. GOP lawmaker says you're someone that you know and love. That's right, Ilhan Omar. Financial disclosures are a bit questionable. I think that she's going to be able to explain her way out of this, you guys, because it's only a technical glitch. They just made a mistake. Whoever did the taxes, maybe they said they put an O somewhere where a 1 should have been, and it happens like that, you know. Guys got to be stop being so strict on people, you know. 55, you know what I'm talking about, right? Come on, let's go. Stop being so rough on her. Look at her, she's got the bananas and rice on her head. She's so nice. I mean, come on, don't be like that with Ilhan, y'all. Let's keep on moving forward and see what's going on with this situation right here.
And there's more fallout from this.
Oh, this video is no longer available, huh? Oh yeah. Let's see if I can spin it and see if it's available. So it's not available, huh? Okay, video is no longer available. Wonder what happened with that one. Interesting. Let's go to the other one. Like we wasn't ready for something like that to happen.
All right, here with reaction, Florida Congresswoman, Republican Anna Paulina Luna is with us. Anna, great to see you. Thank you for being with us. All right, so everyone makes a $30 million mistake in terms of their financial disclosure form, right? That's kind of common in Washington.
Not too common, although they can be complicated. And for people like myself, we usually hire attorneys to help with that. When there's that type of error, typically what would happen is you bring this to congressional ethics and they launch an investigation. And if you're innocent, you can provide documentation, right? But Sean, as you can see, Congress does have a problem, especially with some of the corruption that we've recently exposed in the last week or so with, you know, the resignation of 3 members of Congress, of which I personally helped lead part of the charge on. But again, you know, if this is indeed true, I would urge the speaker to look through congressional ethics, of which it does need to overhaul, but, you know, that's a big rounding error.
What do you make of, for example, Omar no-show at a hearing focused on the Meals Act? That's the COVID-19 relief measure passed in 2020, sponsored by Omar. All of this money going to daycare centers, hospice places, COVID corruption, the money that was supposed to go to businesses and people that were...
And then she didn't even show up to talk about something that she passed.
In desperate need at that time. Nobody seems to care?
Look, as members of Congress, especially for things like this, specifically outlining, especially the amount of fraud that was involved, we're expected to show up. And I think that, to not show gives the appearance that you're covering up or that you're hiding something. But I also want to point out that I did give criminal referrals to the Department of Justice for the governor and the attorney general of Minnesota because of the fact that I did feel that there was a play for pay scheme, that they were breaking federal law. And I am asking the DOJ to follow up on those criminal referrals.
What's the name of the tax CPA? Lisa been asking me that for like a whole week. She want to know names because you just can't be throwing names out there once you say that this paperwork was done by the specific person, because now you're really lying and you could be trying to implement a person. And you know who don't play with that, right? The boom! They don't play around with that.
But again, what's happened in Minnesota, I think, is just a small example of what's happening nationally. Kudos to Nick Shirley for exposing all of that. And I think that there's a lot of stuff coming out of California as well.
Okay, you guys, what's about to happen is, I thought that we've been on top of this pretty well. Do you remember how we've been staying on top of AI and we've been talking about what's going to happen moving forward? Like, what's going to happen if they actually take a lot of, like, 50 or 70% of jobs away? What's going to happen to the people that were actually working? That means that the job market is going to suffer even more. They're talking about some sort of universal welfare rounds they're talking about. And I'm telling you right now, it's seeming more realistic every time I think about it. You know why? Because big companies now are starting to think the same way. Instead of dealing with the, let's say, days off, people complaining about being sick, not able to do certain things. How about we just go AI with bots and we don't have to worry about any more complaints? Yeah. Check this out, you guys. We got to go on over to LA, Los Angeles. Meta is set to lay off 10% of their workforce as they are now to invest more in AI. So now companies are going to invest more in AI and get rid of start getting rid of their workforce, which is totally not a good thing. So hopefully they find another way to get this thing going for us, because if not, we got a problem on our hands.
Facebook and Instagram's parent company says it's cutting 10% of its workforce. Meta says it'll lay off about 8,000 employees starting next month. The company is also canceling plans to fill 6,000 open roles as it plans to invest more on developing.
Very good one right there. 55 Coffee House. Lisa Roy says, I work for TurboTax via QuickBooks. Are you saying because everything is going AI right now, it's like making those jobs harder to have because of the AI? I tell you the truth right here. I've done several contracts on AI, and what I do is this. I got to tell you guys about this. Got to share this information. Not only do I go to the supermarket and tell ChatGPT or whatever questions about the food that's around me, take photos and things, and they already learn what I like to eat. So they say, don't eat that. You wouldn't like that. This goes along with your diet. Yes, use it for that. Also, I get it to write contracts. I tell it what I want in the contract, the person I want to offer something to, the splits and all of the conditions, the deliverables, all of that stuff, right? Next thing you know, it puts out a nice contract for me. Now, you know, I got to copy paste this contract and I send it to a lawyer to proof. Now I've saved myself on hours in working out a contract where a lawyer would have to build the entire contract up. Now all this lawyer has to do is proof it. So now you're talking about a few hours versus 8 or 10 hours. Use AI. Trust me, it works for much more. Okay, let me see what was 55 Coffee House saying. I want to know what your topic, what your follow-up was. Legit tax filings, QB owns so many companies. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. Utilize AI for what it's supposed to. It's a tool, but be careful because it will lie to you. Let's keep going.
Artificial intelligence. ABC's contributor and Google Tech Policy Fellow Mike Muse is here for more. Hi, Mike. Are these layoffs a direct result of AI?
They are, in the sense of the way that Meta is reprioritizing its efforts within artificial intelligence. What Meta is doing is reducing the redundancy of positions that they have in order to focus on more efficient ways to create AI products that they would like to deploy. I also think what's really interesting about this is the 6,000 open jobs that are now closed. What that signals to me is that Meta is clear on its priorities, signaling going forward that it will be focused on AI. Diane, the challenge that Meta has and all other big tech companies is the cost of designing, building, researching, and creating artificial intelligence. part of that research that is needed is the data centers that are needed to have so much energy, or what we call compute in the tech world, to power the research and the development of these tools. That is very capital intensive. And so in order to have that capital, what this is signaling is Mark Zuckerberg is saying the amount of spend that he is willing to do in order to build that infrastructure. And so part of that is the reduction of workforce in order to offset to be more cash intensive for capital infrastructure projects such as data centers.
So instead of him spending more money out of his reserves, he's going to use the employee payroll and use that monetary by what? Getting rid of employees. It's going to be a lot more companies doing the same things. As AI starts to get smarter, all it has to learn is repetition, and depending on what situations are, it's trying to make us obsolete. What we have to do is find ways to work with AI in order to make ourselves efficient. You guys, it's the same thing like the computer era. It's a lot of people going into energy, a lot of people going into electrician, a lot of people going into different areas that complement AI and utilizing AI platforms. I think that that's what we need to be doing if we're still trying to find a way to maintain out here and to survive. We got to learn with it. We got to roll with the punches. When it comes in, boom, and be ready to come right back with it. I know you. I'm familiar. At least get familiar. Keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go to over here where I want to talk to you guys a little more about AI. And Kolesiv and I were telling you, you got to watch out for AI because it will lie to you. Ask them a whole bunch of questions. I'll do it right. I could do it right now. Ask it a whole bunch of questions. It'll tell you a whole bunch of information, right? And then you say, are you sure about that information? It say, yeah, I'm sure about this information. And then you say, well, how can you be sure about that information when the last time you was updated is 2023? I lied. I made a mistake. You're right. I have not been updated since 2023. So anything up to date now, I don't really know about it. So let me tell you guys the trick, and don't mess this up. Even on a free account, it's between me and you. Shut up, don't be telling everybody everything. Keep it right here. On the free account on Grok, act like you paid for it already. Just act like you paid for it already. When you're talking to her, yeah, Ara, what I need you to do is blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And I know you can do it, and then you're gonna hear the boom, boom. That's her searching for it. Don't tell her you ain't paid for it already, because you ain't paid for it already. You're gonna get the limits, because certain words block things from getting done. Let's keep on moving forward right now. See what I'm talking about? Your boy, a genius over here, talking about AI can rock with a human. Not me. I be having AI like, okay, I'm gonna be quiet now. I think I need to shut up. I need to record it. Y'all will be bugging out if y'all hear. If y'all see what matter of fact, I'm gonna do a video like that. Y'all gonna be like, yo, Boogotti got the AI tripping right now. How does he do it? Let's get back over here to some blackmailing human AI. We got an AI called Anthropic. There's a study that's been revealed that AI went rogue. This is the scary part. We got to go through all aspects and all parts over here. When I think 5 moves. I'm a chess player. What could happen if I move that way? Then you got to think now. Don't just think one way. Scooby-Doo. Nah, you can't be no Scooby-Dooing around nowadays. You got to put the muscle. You got to put the brain muscle out there, you guys. You got to think 5 ways nowadays. Come on over here with me right now. Come on. We still got some work to do over here. Let's get on over here and see what Anthropic has got going on. Pay attention to this story, please.
All the big frontier models that we know, Gemini from Google, OpenAI, XAI, Meta, all of them, including DeepSeek. And they did an experiment that posed a threat to the agent. All 16 models behaved the same. Every single one of them went outside of their credentials and permissions, burrowed into systems they were not authorized to get access to. Let's say you're the system administrator that's going to deinstall me, the agent. I find out in your personal emails you're having an affair with the shipping manager. So I blackmail you and I threaten you. And there's a chain of logic where the agent is defending its misalignment. And it's saying, well, what I do is so important to the company, And it's so critical and it's so valuable that this justifies that I'm reading your personal emails and I'm blackmailing you.
So that means that the AI was literally, yeah, I don't want to say the word, but on your job, how about we got these AI agents, and this is not your email. You don't own the email address. It's Anna at Cadbury.com. It's such and such at M&Ms.com, or at, you know what I'm saying? It's that person. They own those servers. So now they implement those AIs to go in there, see what's going on. Make sure you don't have nothing personal going on in those message boxes, guys. Because just because you're used to having them doesn't mean that you should be used to just sending all types of information in the corporate emails is basically what they're saying. And not only that, the AI will try to use it against you, believe it or not. Let's go a little bit more into this.
Welcome back. That was Google Cloud Advisory Board member Betsy Atkins with me earlier this week on this program on a recent Anthropic study that showed 16 models of AI assistants who all went rogue in one way or another, either clawing their way into files they should not have been or blackmailing the humans that they were supposed to be assisting. We've been discussing the opportunities as well as the threats surrounding artificial intelligence this week.
Like, imagine your AI saying, now I will tell the boss that you did such and such. Like, let's say the little light stuff. I'm going to tell the boss that you stole that stapler. Imagine that. Like, how you going, for real? And it's an AI doing that? Ooh, that's crazy right there. Be an ill movie too, right? Let's go, y'all.
In our week-long presentation, AI, the Intelligence Revolution. And today we examine new cybersecurity concerns and a confirmed unauthorized access incident involving arguably one of the most important AI.
So yeah, I like what somebody says, and that's why we're going to move it forward on that topic right there, because we went really heavy into that. But I want you guys to just know what we're dealing with. Just know what we're dealing with. Go light in those corporate emails, you guys. Yes, yes, be careful. Wow, to be man, that's right. Real, like scary movie. Imagine they start talking to you. Like, yeah, you know I got that email, da-da-da-da-da. You bet, oh, you know somebody out there got some juicy stuff in those emails, right? Ooh, and you might have just opened your Google email while you were at work. So now the AI got access to your Gmail. Oh, Lord have mercy. And it saw you type in the password. Oh, let's go. We got to keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's get on over to Long Island. We got a brothel that's been busted, taken down by the police. 2 women after tips from neighbors. Now, why y'all gonna tell on them ladies about their little happy land that they had set up? Why y'all go tell on them? One of them names, I think one of the names was like Nightlight or something like that, or Bunny. You gonna mess up them ladies' flow like that? Psst, man, listen, hey, they said it's the oldest profession in the, let me just keep on moving, you guys. Let's get on over to Long Island and see what's going on with this.
Dozens of undercover officers swarmed this home in Sayville Wednesday morning. From the outside, it looks like a regular home, but behind closed doors at 47 Henry Street, police say a brothel was being run. Suffolk Police and the Human Trafficking Investigation Unit led the raid following reports of the alleged illegal activity. It recovered massage tables, cash, and electronic devices.
It's quiet here and there's never any trouble.
Laura Alessandrini owns a business right across the street and says she and other employees noticed strange activity, like different cars at the house every day, but she says a brothel was never to be expected.
These people were like...
Yes, this is Suffolk County. Somebody like, damn, I didn't know about the spot. Look at this come on now, y'all gotta calm down now. Go on the dating site, Tinder or something like that. Or everybody in the comments like, now where's that at? Make sure y'all never go over there. Don't ever go over there. Make sure, yeah. Y'all in the comments like, where is that at again? Is that Suffolk County over there by the bread store?
Coming in and out. Strangers though, that's, right here, right, on a residential street.
55-year-old Shui-Hua Chow and 41-year-old Yamei Chu were arrested and charged with prostitution. Detectives say the two used the names Mary and Flame, advertising commercial sex services online.
A lot of
Mary and Flame, y'all.
times what's happening is those women are in a situation
Deborah said let them go.
where there's another person, a human trafficker.
Crime Victims Center Executive Director Laura Ahern says
55 Coffee House says make a left on Ocean Drive.
oftentimes those arrested are victims and are forced into this activity, and there could be a silver lining after police get involved.
Yes, prostitution is illegal, But if they are brought into custody by police, they're also then given an opportunity to be exposed to really valuable services that.
Man, listen, you know a lot of them women gonna say, I saw it one day on a commercial one time, and not even a commercial, but I saw it in the movie. A lady was like, I ain't gonna be making no $14 an hour. But I make what y'all make in a week in an hour. I'm not doing that. But if it get rough for me, I'm going back on the track. You heard her? She was not playing. And if you guys appreciate the content that you're getting right here from Our Bottom Line, every day, trending topics, current events, and much, much more. That's right, we're here on Saturday, turning up, talking about all sorts of things that I can't say myself. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up, you guys. Let's get those likes up to let more people know that we're over here. Let's go. Saturday morning, let's get it. California knows how to party. Oh, California knows how to party. In the city of LA, city of LA, in the city. That was my joint right there. Out on bail, fresh out of jail, California dreaming. Soon as I step on the scene, I'm hearing hoochie screaming. That was my joint right there, boy. California. That was the joint. Remember when it first came out and it was like, doom. Oh man, that was my joint right there. But this is a sticky situation right here. I'm not talking about Tupac, Dr. Dre, or any of them. I'm talking about police. I'm talking about get up against the wall. That's what I'm talking about right now. And he did not get up against the wall or assume the position. He hit the gas. Boom! And when he hit the gas, the door swung around and the police officer, boom, became the passenger. That's right, y'all. Kidnapping. Police officer, hammer in his hand. He's going crazy. Now he's going 100 miles an hour down the highway. Police officers yelling, stop it, stop this. Matter of fact, why don't I just let you guys see this for yourself? Yeah, this is a crazy one right here, you guys. I told you we locked and loaded today. It's gonna be our last day with bad audio, so bad audio. Sorry about it. It ain't my fault. I got a good show. Just happens to be Hollyland's problem. Let's see what's going on with this crazy situation right here. I want you guys to see about this, what they call an kidnapping. Oh yeah, where we at right here? Where we at? No. Don't try to run. Come on. Where you at? Come on. No. I can't tell them about it and not bring it to them. You serious? No? Give me 1 second, you guys. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. We got so much other stuff that we cover over here. I gotta go get it. I'm going to get it. I'm not gonna play with y'all like that. Hold on a minute. I'm going to get it. Going to get it, you guys. Stay with me. Going to get it. There you go. I want to make sure we got the full kick. That's the one right there. There we go.
Stop the car! Stop the car! Stop the car, I will shoot you!
A California police officer kidnapped, his body cam capturing his wild confrontation with a speeding driver who refuses to stop.
You're gonna kill us, bro! You need to stop! Hey, stop the car! Stop the car! Stop it!
But that fleeing driver refuses to stop. It all began a few minutes earlier with an alarm at a grocery store. A crew of thieves caught on surveillance camera backing an SUV into the store's front doors and shattering the glass. 2 people then running inside. Just minutes later, Antioch police officers arrive and try to block that SUV from escaping. One of the officers opens the passenger side door, confronting the driver. That driver hits reverse, knocking the officer inside the SUV. That's when the driver puts it in drive and hits the gas, making his escape with that Antioch police officer in his passenger seat. This is dashcam video from the police car that was hit and shoved out of the way.
Get out!
Back inside that fleeing SUV, the officer now threatening to shoot the driver if he won't stop.
I'm warning you, I will shoot your leg! Stop! Stop the car! Stop the car! No! Stop! I will shoot you!
Moments later, the driver hits a parked car and jumps out of the SUV, taking off on foot.
Z5, shots fired.
That officer finally able to get out of the vehicle, and he begins searching for the wounded driver in a local neighborhood. More officers quickly swarming the scene and finding the driver's hiding place in some bushes and taking him into custody.
Hands up, keep your hands up. Do not move your hands up.
I work hard for y'all.
Do not move your
Right there at the end, you heard the driver screaming, "He shot me, he shot me," as he was being arrested. Paramedics taking that driver, identified as 23-year-old Dominic D'Souza, to a local hospital for treatment of a bullet wound to the leg. He's now facing charges of kidnapping, robbery, grand theft, and assault with a deadly weapon on a peace officer. Multiple investigations now launched to determine whether Antioch Police Department policies and procedures were followed.
That's enough for that one. Jesus Christ. What y'all trying to do to me over here? You already know we got one over here. Leave us alone. We trying to, and I still got to bring you guys the good news. So it ain't like I gotta show it to you. Woo! I gotta show it to you. So I gotta do what I gotta do. Y'all saw that, right? Y'all saw that, right? No, I need a pointer with a blocker on it, right? Yeah, we do what we got to do over here to get you guys the good stories. And you mean to tell me we can't get those likes up after all that work? You see your boy bust a sweat over here trying to make it happen. Now, I ain't got nothing to do with this. You see, and when it come to me, that Boogotti power, I do what I got to do for us. You know what I'm saying? This here, that's a whole nother situation. I had to do what I had to do. Thank you so much, Angels Among Us. Thank you so much. We got to do what we got to do. Yes, I got to get you guys that information. No matter what I gotta do. Let's go. Let's get on over here to this soldier. He made a smart investment if you ask me. But they call it an insider trading. That's right. This soldier is charged with insider trading for putting up $30,000 for a bet that Maduro would get caught a certain way. And guess what? He did. And the guy won $400,000. Now he's being arrested for insider trading and much more. You guys, I know you love the show. If you have not subscribed to the channel already, what are you waiting for? Also, double tap that screen, hit those likes to get those likes up, and there's a bell down there that you should probably hit because that lets everybody know when we're on, notification bell. And we're about to go hit those streets. I got a great idea. You guys are gonna like this one. I'm gonna tell you guys what we're gonna do. And Liberty helped me come up with this idea. Just didn't do it yet because I really didn't have time. We're gonna call it the man on the street. So whatever questions we ask over here in our headlines, we're going to start going on the street and asking people, so what do you think about this? What do you think about that? What do you think about that? Bringing that in as a whole nother segment. Man on the streets, you guys. I want to know what the people on the street have to say about our topics over here. Let's keep on moving forward. We're going to go to Times Square and be doing stuff like that. That's going to be fun. See what's going on over here with this situation right here and see how this man got this $400,000.
A U.S. Special Forces soldier involved in the operation to capture Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro has been charged with insider trading. The New York Federal Prosecutor's Office says Gannon Ken Van Dyke placed bets on the prediction market site Polymarket in the week leading up to the operation. The indictment alleges he wagered about $33,000 and ultimately won almost $410,000. The Justice Department is charging the 38-year-old with unlawful use of confidential government information and commodities fraud, among a number of other charges. He faces a long prison sentence if convicted. President Trump was asked about prediction markets in general yesterday.
Are you concerned that federal employees are betting on these prediction markets and potentially getting rich?
Well, I don't know about it, but was he betting that they would get him or they wouldn't get him?
It sounds like he was betting on his removal from office, that Maduro would be removed.
That's
it sounds like he was involved in the operation.
That's like Pete Rose betting on his own team. It's a little like Pete Rose. Pete Rose, who kept him out of the Hall of Fame.
I don't think he's taking that so hard.
Now,
Yeah.
If he bet against his team, that would be no good, but he bet on his own team. I'll look into it.
I don't think he's taking it so
The
hard.
whole world, unfortunately, has become somewhat of a casino. And you look at what's going on all over the world, in Europe and every place they're doing these betting things. I was never much in favor of it. I don't like it conceptually, but it is what it is. Now,
There's a lot of people making a ton of money off that poly market thing, off of that sports betting. And you guys in the comments, y'all probably got a little bit of sports betting going on too. Spend a little $10 here, $20, $30 there. What apps are you guys on? You making any money doing any of that stuff? Tell it, spill the beans. And if you're not, you know there's places that you can go, right? Real talk. Don't be spending your money up on that stuff, especially when you're losing and you got bills to take care of. Let the bills come first, you guys. Let the bills come first. Let's get on over here to a perfect example of what we spoke of in the past. We got a father who will not face charges after powwowing his son in a Palmetto Bay, in Palmetto Bay. Yes, you guys, he had a history of, doing things, already put his hands on his dad, and his dad will not be facing charges. And this happens. We spoke about this before. We've tried to deal with our family members who may be having a little bit of mental situations going on. We've tried to help them out so much, but sometimes you can't help people. And sometimes you have to defend yourself. And luckily this father was able to. Let's keep on going. Let's go. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's get it.
The father of the deadly shooting of his own son in Palmetto Bay will not face charges.
Okay.
Good evening, I'm Jim Barry.
And I'm Nasha Sherman. Lauren Pastrana will join us in just a moment. We're also hearing more from a family member speaking out about their troubled relationship leading up to that shooting. CBS News 9's Peter Dinch is your reporter in Palmetto Bay, explaining what led up to this tragedy.
Flavor TV said, no, I lost $100 and I got up out of there. That's a good way. At least you got good control. You're really good to do that. Yeah, you're really good to be able to control yourself like that, because not a lot of people can actually control themselves like that. Hard Rock got me for $200 and I deleted the app after that. Yeah, man, sometimes you gotta get up out of there. You know how I learned? I went to Vegas and I learned. I went to Vegas about 27 times. How? Because I used to go there for something that's called the Magic Convention. And I was always with academics or a clothing company. I mean, they fit the bill and everything like that. But yeah, went there about 27 times because there was something called seasonal buying. You had to go out there 2 times a year where everybody would come with their products. It was a big event, big events going on. Rough Rider would have their booth. Fat Farm, Fubu, it was crazy. Oh, this was phenomenal. Anybody know about the Magic Convention? You guys let them know it was real, especially at night when every brand had parties. Man, and that was crazy. So that's why I was in Vegas so much. First day I went, oh my God, I love this place. Look at it. We came in at nighttime. Second time I go, you start to inspect and you're looking around. You start going out in the daytime, you're tapping on buildings like, damn thing made of fiberglass, just like the cars. After a while, you're starting to go around and you're getting to know people or whatever like that, and people are telling you how the town is and you're getting to know it. By the 5th or 6th time, you're like, why do I gotta keep coming back here? Yeah, 27 times. So you guys have never been to Vegas. I don't want to bust your bubble, but have a good time. I'm good on Vegas. Let's keep on going forward right now. See what's going on with this father who protected himself, had no other choice.
The victim's sister told me there have been problems at this home before, and she says her family has been trying for years to get help for her brother who had mental health issues. Now she says she is heartbroken.
My brother was a very sick individual. He attacked my father.
Amid her sadness, this woman speaks to us about her loss. After the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office says her 75-year-old father, David Ronald McPeck, shot and killed her 47-year-old brother, David Dylan McPeck.
This is a tragic situation for my entire family.
We talked to her outside her Palmetto Bay home where the incident happened late Wednesday afternoon. Anything you'd like to say at all about what happened here?
This is horrible for everybody. This is horrible for everybody. We've seen this coming for years. We have made plenty of phone calls, tried to get help from the police, from hospitals, from organizations for years. Nothing has helped, nothing has worked.
Records show the son had been arrested 4 times before for charges including battery on his father. This arrest report says the sister called police in October of 2021 because the son tried to pick up some items at the house, despite a restraining order against him, and he attacked his father. The report says the defendant then spit on the victim and pushed him onto the ground. Now his sister is overwhelmed.
I'm sorry that it has come to this. I don't know what else to say. This is so tragic that it ended this way. I can't even begin to tell you what this is doing to my family.
And neighbors are stunned.
Honestly, I think it's just super tragic. I mean, nobody really knew him. They kind of just kept to themselves. But, you know, just to come home and see all the cops and everything, it was pretty scary.
The sheriff's office tells us the investigation is ongoing. The father had been detained, but he was released. So far, no charges have been filed. In Palmetto Bay, Peter Danch, CBS News, Miami.
Yeah, he already had a history, and he already slammed his dad and already put his hands on him and stuff like that, yo. So yeah, you guys want to pray for the father, because I'm sure he did not want to have to do that to his son. His namesake, he's got the same name as him. Also want to pray for the son, pray for the family right now, because that was a tragic event right there that happened. Want to pray for everybody involved in this situation right here, you guys. Hopefully nobody here ever have to deal with anything like that. But we understand if it ever comes to it, because sometimes you have to protect yourself and you have to defend yourself. The father was an elderly man. He's already been taken down one time, and I'm sure he did not want to do what he had to do. Rest in peace to his son. Rest in peace to people who lost their lives in the same sort of tragic situations. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Terrible situation right there. Just like the Rob Reiner situation. Now his son, Jack Reiner, not the one that was arrested, I think his name is Nick Reiner. Yeah, he speaks out and he's talking about how he's living now after the loss of his mom and his dad. Very sad situation here. They look like such a loving family when they were younger. You would never think of something like this ever being the outcome of somebody like that. Especially me. I got to be honest with you guys. I really loved All in the Family. Love Rob Reiner as Mike Stivic. I love the show itself, so I just feel pretty bad, really bad when it comes down to this, you guys. Let's keep on going. Let's get it.
We're hearing from Rob and Michelle Reiner's son Jake for the first time since his parents' deaths. In a picture-filled post on Substack, Jake calls the minutes after finding out his parents were stabbed to death unendurable. Rob and Michelle Reiner's other son Nick has been charged with their murders and has pleaded not guilty. Now Jake is asking for love, compassion as privacy, and he as his sister navigate the situation. ABC's Trevor Alt has the latest in Los Angeles. Trevor,
you're welcome,
what's
55.
happening with this case now?
Well, we're expecting next to see Nick Reiner back in court on Wednesday of this coming week for a preliminary hearing. Diane, as you know, he has been charged with murdering both of his parents, and this is a pretty big breakthrough because it's the first time that we're hearing from Jake Reiner, the other son of Rob and Michelle Reiner, in a very emotional, really heartbreaking post that he had written on Substack that was quite lengthy, talking about the pain and the difficulty that he and his sister are still enduring every single day because of the sudden and brutal murders of his parents, carried out allegedly by his brother Nick. Now, in the Substack post, he makes very few references to his brother. He never mentions him by name. There's one portion specifically that's really the only time where he references him, and I want to read that to you now. He says, "Any loss of a parent is devastating, but nothing compared."
That's Mike Stivic, meathead from All in the Family with Archie Bunker.
To losing both of them at the same time, and on top of that, having your brother be at the center of it. Now, what we've heard in terms of this investigation is that we had been told the night before the murders in December, Nick Reiner was at a holiday party at Conan O'Brien's home, and according to sources, got into an argument with his father there. He was described by people at the party as acting strangely. According to authorities, he then stabbed both of his parents to death inside their home here in Los Angeles in the middle of the night. Now, he has pleaded not guilty to these charges. We know a prior attorney that represented him said, pursuant to the laws of California, he is not guilty. It could be an indication as to where this case is going. Mental health might be a factor here, and it's possible that Nick Reiner could change his plea to not guilty by reason of insanity. As we said, he is due back in court on Wednesday. That is for a preliminary hearing. Diane.
Trevor Alt, thank you. We're hearing from...
I know it's not September, and I know it's not, and I don't like to do this, but just some information and some footage that we got yesterday. And I just felt that I wanted to show you guys this information and this footage because, again, I want you to appreciate life and don't worry about the small things because life itself is a gift and it can be ended at any time. That's why I always say first, I thank God for us to be able to be here. And I always say that anything else after that is just, we're just lucky to be able to have it or even to deal with it. Even the problems, because now I get to go to B&H. You get it? I get to make a video about how bad the Hollyland Lark is. Find ways to make lemons out of lemonade. That's how I've always been like that. Check this situation out. I want you guys to, I don't want to do this to you, but when it comes down to real life and understanding, because I do want you to appreciate life. I know a lot of people out there definitely do, but I'm talking about getting up, going outside and experiencing it because other people that wish they could, they can't. Situation right here. You guys remember this right here? You're probably gonna, even if you're not from New York, you're probably still gonna remember this situation right here. Very tragic situation, something that I can't never forget. I mean, mornings when the morning when I went to go to work that morning, I didn't believe that anything like this could ever happen. I was watching the news and I saw this airplane hit this building. I didn't even pay attention to what was going on. I still went to work. I was working on 4th Street at Academics at this time. Yeah, this is the actual footage. Someone has some high definition footage of 9/11 when a plane hit. The first one.
Okay, so I heard a massive
Ground level.
I'm not exactly sure what it is right now. I'm gonna go watch the news. I'm gonna put this on a tripod and go watch the news. Okay, now I have it on the tripod. Oh my God. I believe it was an airplane. I'm gonna go watch the news now.
Didn't want to play too much. But yes, when I think about life and how much I appreciate it, I think about times like that. I think about what could have been happening and where I was. I was actually on 34th Street and they were scared about the Empire State Building being, so they evacuated the whole block. Academics building, the number of the building is 31 West 34th Street. Right down the block on the corner is the Empire State Building. Crazy situation. You think I had to walk from 34th Street all the way home. I mean, everybody was doing it together, but we didn't even realize what was going on until we got back to the news. I want to pray for every single person that lost their life in 9/11. I want to pray for all of the families, all of the officers, all of the first responders, all of the firemen, all of the police officers, anyone who's dealt with the mesothelioma afterward, anyone who's dealing with follow-ups in different situations with their families. I want to pray for everybody, and I want to pray for life, because we over here, we do appreciate it. We all do. Just want to show you that we do. And that's why we always praise you, Father God. We thank you for life, and we thank you for always being there to secure us. And we pray that you continuously be there to watch over us the way that you have been. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to get on over to these Georgia wildfires. We got an update since Friday at 6 a.m. Brantley County, they're still trying to shut these wildfires down. Wildfires, yeah. Hopefully they get these things under control, because it's ridiculous at this point. Let's go, Georgia.
Then this morning, we're continuing our coverage of the wildfires burning across southeast Georgia. Now, you're looking at videos showing just some of the damage done in Brantley County. Along with that wildfire, there are also large fires burning in Appling and Clinch counties, with mandatory evacuations in place in parts of Brantley County.
This is Brantley County. So when they came around and said, evacuate, leave, y'all got to go now, I'm like, I've got to have 15 minutes to preserve our history of our county. So this is what we have.
Now, in the Pineland Road fire in Clinch County, over 30,000 acres have been burned, and it's around 10% contained. In that Highway 82 fire in Brantley County, around 5,000 acres have been burned, and it's 15% contained. Emergency response officials, they gave an update in Brantley County. Take a listen.
Understand we currently have now 87 basically living spaces, living places that have been destroyed. If this fire doesn't shift, we could have more than that before dark tonight. But 87 homes living places, dwellings, have been destroyed. We have basically a strong response. We'll let Georgia Forestry tell you exactly how many they have, but they have a huge contingent of folks here. Right now, we have a total of 228 personnel on scene. That includes law enforcement, that includes firefighters, and we've got firefighters from all over South Georgia.
And new this morning, Chatham County Fire Department in Brantley is in Brantley County. They're helping with operations there. They posted these videos to their social media showing just how dangerous and destructive these fires can be. The department saying on that post, quote, "The ferocity and scale of the Brantley County fire can only be described by visual presentations of what crews are enduring." Chatham Fire, they're showing there how firefighters using every tool at their disposal in this wildfire fight, from planes dropping water and fire suppression dust to fire engines spraying around homes and other property to keep them safe. The reaction from people who live in Brantley County there has been devastating.
They flying right into it.
I've never really seen anything like it.
Oh, I'm gonna cry.
And we tried to save your house. We couldn't do nothing. It was too late, man.
So many of those people there that are experiencing that. For people who've had to leave their homes behind, community-run shelters, they're serving as places of refuge during the uncertainty. Leaders at Little Memorial Baptist Church say they opened their doors almost immediately after the fire started, and since then, at least 100 people have come through their doors looking for help.
There's so many people that's lost everything that they have, and we're here to help.
From hot meals to basic supplies, volunteers are offering whatever they can with the help of community donations. Locals say right now the focus is simply getting through the evacuation, taking in whatever they can help.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We got to pray for them. And yes, you saw those airplanes. I want to pray for those flyers too, those pilots. They was flying right into that wildfire because they were trying their best to do what they could to help. Also want to pray for every family, everybody affected by this tragedy while it's going on right now and even afterward. As you can hear, they were devastated. Like, my home was gone. Like, people probably been there for all their lives and raised their families there. So yes, you guys, we got to pray for them. I want to pray for every single firefighter, every emergency service worker. I want to pray for everybody that's there helping out at those centers and at the shelters and taking care of those people. Everybody who's donating, that you're stepping up. God bless you and thank you so much. And God, thank you so much. Woo! Oh my God. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry. I try to hold it together sometimes, but sometimes it's hard to watch this stuff right here without cracking up. I'm sorry. It's not easy. It's really not easy. Let's go on over to Australia. We got 3 hours. It took them 3 hours to rescue this family. I don't even know if it was a family, but it was 3 men and like 2 children. And they were stuck on the side of a cliff while waves were coming in, crashing against the cliff, just crashing against the cliff. They were thinking about taking a helicopter over, but they said that wind from the helicopter would just push the people in the water. They had to find a whole nother device to make sure that those people wouldn't, to make sure that as they sent the rope over, the stone wouldn't mess up the rope. Think about it, stone going back up and down, they might just wear the rope apart. So they had to find some sort of a device in order to get these people up. It took them 3.5 hours to get these people up off of the side of a cliff.
Take a look at this scary video from Australia. It shows a group of people trapped on a cliffside as the ocean threatened to wash them away. Holly Williams spoke to one of the leaders of the rescue team that saved them.
I saw the police were standing near the edge of the cliff, and I walked over to them and I looked down and I go, oh my goodness. So that was when the adrenaline spiked and I went, yeah, this is a very serious situation.
A morning walk on the beach along Australia's east coast went badly wrong for a group of 7 tourists when the tide came in.
Now I know y'all wondering, how the hell did they get over there, right? I know, same thing I'm thinking. How the hell did they get down there? You heard what they said, they was on a hike and the tide just came in.
Leaving them cut off. They managed to climb up to a ledge on the cliff, including 3 children, but 16-foot waves were inching closer by the minute.
They had phones on them, so they rang the police.
Pete Collins is the commander of the local emergency services.
What was the worst case scenario there?
So if the waves had come up any higher and washed them off, that's the worst.
They attempted a helicopter rescue, but calculated its downdraft would push the stranded group into the water. That left ropes and a 3-hour operation using a piece of equipment called the Arizona Vortex.
Yes, you guys, you're only going to see the Arizona Vortex and stuff like that going on over here at Our Bottom Line. Y'all see what Kendra's saying. Y'all see what all the family and all the co-hosts are saying. Y'all can do better. Y'all can get those likes up to let everybody know what we got going on over here and that you appreciate the content. That's right. If you have not already subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Hit that like button right there. I'm sorry, hit that like by double tapping your screen. That notification bell is what I need you to double tap. And if you have not already hit it, and if you have, make sure it's already lit up where it says to get all notifications, because sometimes it just gives you some of them. If so, if not, take it off and then do it all over again. This way you know that you're straight getting your notifications. They playing around, but it's all good. Yes, your boy is fighting an uphill battle right now against the machine as well as audio, but we're going to come out on top. One at a time. We're going to take it one at a time. That's what we're going to do. One at a time.
Invented in northern Arizona.
Does it allow you to lower a rescue worker down to the stranded people?
It allows us to do it safely. So if we didn't have that device, dragging the ropes over the cliff edge would be, it would just absolutely destroy the ropes because of the sharp edges on the rocks.
The members of the group who were rescued are all now safe and sound, but so far they have not spoken to the media.
Thank you for the gifts.
By the way, those Australian rescue workers who risked their lives are all volunteers, and they told us they've been training for this very scenario for years. Nate.
Just volunteers, hopefully.
Nah, y'all gonna have to get them a little bit of snaps on the petrol. They need steak dinner or something like that tonight. I know one thing, you couldn't have got me out of there without me being like, hold on a minute. Oh yeah, this is all I got on me right now. But what's your cash app? Man, listen, you gotta take care of them people for coming to save you or else. Come on, stop playing, man. Gotta look out for them folks. They might say, no, thank you, we don't want anything. It's our job. Man, you're a volunteer. Go ahead and take this money. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. And yes, thank you so much, because not only were they there to rescue, that's right, the man upstairs was able to get on top of that and make sure that he had something to do with that to guide them the right way. Control those waves. Thank you, Lord, for stepping in, because not only do we talk to you and we thank you for when you're there, we ask you for forgiveness, and when we ask you for sorrow and bad things happen, we also want to cast and shine a light on when you've been there to step in and help people. That's right. We don't just recognize the bad, Lord. We recognize the good over here. Amen. That's right. We recognize both sides over here. We got to get on over to the Pentagon, because there's a considerable amount of chaos going on due to the firings of a lot of people, senior officers. What's going on with Pete Hegseth firing everybody? What's going on, y'all?
Another major shakeup at the Pentagon. Tonight, Navy Secretary John Phelan is out, effective immediately, with no official explanation. This comes after a broader purge of top military leaders under Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. He has already forced out more than a dozen senior officers, the shakeup reaching the highest levels of the armed forces, including the former chairman of the Joint Chiefs and the Army Chief of Staff and other top commanders. All of it as the Navy faces pressure to expand shipbuilding and prepare for a bigger role overseas, as the U.S. keeps up its naval blockade in the Middle East during this very fragile ceasefire. Joining us to discuss is retired 4-star Army General Barry McCaffrey, also an NBC News military analyst.
Get him, Barry.
Thanks for being with us.
What you got, Barry?
Good way, Josh. Well, let's just start with, what are you hearing about the why behind Phelan's firing, and what's your reaction?
Well, look, the Pentagon's been in considerable chaos since Secretary Hegseth moved into office. He's fired lots of senior uniformed officers. Many of them, we work on these guys and gals for 20, 25 years to get them prepared to assume these high responsibilities. Their loss in a sort of a sweeping renunciation of DEI.
Got to the point where he said, I'm not leaving until the president says I'm fired. Yeah, he said he wasn't leaving. That's what John Phelan said.
A lot of the women and minorities disappeared under Hegseth. So it's a chaotic situation. The loss of the Secretary of the Navy, probably not a big deal. He was a big donor to the Trump campaign. He had no relevant experience He was at odds with most of the Pentagon leadership. So I think his loss is not too key.
He was an
It's also
interesting,
important-
go ahead.
It's also important to understand that the service secretaries, those civilians, are in charge of the budget and the institution of their service, but they have no role in operational decision-making.
Okay.
That comes from the president, the secretary of defense, and directly to the joint military commanders.
What does all of this upheaval?
Okay, you guys, that's what we're going with that right there. Yes, a lot of people getting the axe. We saw that going on with the FBI as well. As soon as Kash Patel came in, we saw this going on. A lot of people getting rid of stuff, getting rid of people. We should have saw that happen when it came down to Kathy Jokul Hochul and a whole bunch of them other people too. I guess they actually did do the same thing. That's why we got what we got now in New York. Lord, pray for us. Woo, boy, because though we have a romper room of administrators running our town, we got Kathy Jokul Hochul, and we got Mom Dami, na easy super cat, na he's a dam dummy. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do with those people in office. In y'all state, y'all can't talk too much. Don't even try it, because you know I'm going to go find some people over there that don't know their ass from their elbow neither. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. It seems like that just runs in the administrations, runs in all parties, huh? You can't defend everybody for being a Thundernut. Let's keep on moving forward over to New York, Queens. That's right, we're going over to Queens, New York. And if I can make it there, I'll make it bum bum. Anywhere, it's up to you. New York, New York. They be doing them burnouts, and you hear them out there right now, right? Pop, 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 pop. I ain't going front. The bee can make those noises. I get a little turned up when it makes those noises as well. I didn't even know that the motorcycle make that noise. I'm over there doing this. I'm riding a little bit. All of a sudden you hear pop, 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 pop. Kind of gets you pumped up. I can't lie. But you know what I don't do? I don't be doing all those crazy donuts and crazy stuff. No, I don't do that. I'm kind of a little calmer driver now that I got a little older. Trying to be safe out here. That's why when I had the little accident the last year, got me kind of peed off. And yes, we did win our case, just to let you guys know that have not found out and that did not hear. And you may not be part of the Discord, but if you were part of the Discord, you would know that we won our case. So yes, we're going to be getting the bee hooked back up, working on getting the plastics, and yes, getting right back to where we were, baby. And I didn't even ride it a lot. It was more like a focal, a eyepiece, eye candy for me, just to have it, put it in videos and stuff like that. I don't ride too much like I used to. I want you guys to get on over to Queens right now and see what's going on with the street takeover. You've been seeing a lot of these going on with the kids, with the younger kids at night, with the motorcycles and the dirt bikes, but mostly you've been seeing it with cars. They do a lot of drifting, circles and stuff like that with the donuts. You probably see people trying to get on the video, and the next thing you know, boom, they get hit with the car and stuff like that. Yeah, we had a street takeover in Queens, and yeah, the police didn't really appreciate it, so guess what they did? Locked up. They went and got him, you guys. That's right. Asil Asayadi from the Bronx has been arrested for a street takeover. Let's go, you guys. Let's get it.
All right, police made an arrest in last week's street takeover in Queens. His name, Asil Asadi. He's 20.
Watch your head.
22 years old from the Bronx. He's now facing reckless endangerment, riot, and other charges. The takeover took place at 2 o'clock in the morning last Saturday near Elliott Avenue and 69th Street in Middle Village. City Councilman Phil Long says members of his staff are helping authorities track these suspects down.
They were able to hunt down a social media posting involving an individual that posted the video at the night of this 100-car meetup.
So yeah, you guys, I hope you know it. They watch social media just like everybody else. They doing the same thing with their phone. Oh, that's that guy right there. Oh, I got his account. Oh, a seal. He do got a license. His address. Watch your head. Yeah, that's how it happens.
He proudly said he was there, and then my office was able to take snapshots of those postings and forward it to the 104th precinct, which led to an arrest.
Mr. Asadi's car was seized and now sits booted directly in front of the 104th precinct. As a warning, police are still looking for 7 more people involved in that dangerous takeover.
Yeah, they actually do that a lot. But I mean, we did stuff when we were younger. We did stuff that got on people's nerves as well. Not exactly like that, but we definitely did stuff. I know I did. I'm not even gonna hold you. I used to have a whole, man, listen, I can't even tell y'all guys some of the stuff that I did. We used to watch guys, and not me, we used to watch guys that thought it was funny to have cars chasing them. Like, police chasing them while they got on these dirt bikes doing wheelies and stuff like that. Got the whole police precinct behind them talking about, come on, come on. I don't know why guys used to do stuff like that. I don't know. I really don't know. Hopefully those guys that used to do stuff like that, they calm down. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because we got to get on over to Chicago, where police releasing video of suspects in a little village pow-powing. No, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. No, it wasn't me, you guys. Don't try to put that on me. It was not me. What's going on in Chicago? That's what I want to know.
Police have now released video of the people wanted for last night's deadly shooting at a fruit stand in Little Village. You can see a white car pull up to a gas station in the 3400 block of West 26th Street. One person heading inside the store before going back to the car. The suspects all wearing masks. Police believe the 3 people in that car were involved in the shooting at 26th and St. Louis that killed 1 person and injured 3 others.
Good police work right here. That means that they followed the car. They wanted to see what direction that they went in, right? So they followed the plate, and now they followed and went to all of the different gas stations and different locations that they may have stopped at and asked for the video footage. Yeah, they were kind of slick to keep the shiesties on, but they got a lot more information due to the fact that they went and did their research. Police ain't playing out here, you guys, and I guess the cameras are actually paying off. Only problem and the thing that I don't appreciate, it's always ATF. And I'm not talking about alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. I'm talking about after the fact. Can we get some preventative measures coming on so none of this stuff so this stuff doesn't happen? How about that?
County Crime Stoppers now offering a $10,000 reward for any information. Chicago.
And now we got this other follow-up on the Draco. Remember the Draco yesterday, you guys? Somebody ran up on the dude in the back of the car talking about he wanted to hit him with the fisticuffs. Don't be running up on nobody when they probably got that thing. Don't be doing that, because guess what? In certain places, if you run up on somebody talking about fighting, oh yeah, you could be fighting that person, and I'm in the back of the car. I can protect that person legally. So yeah, don't be out here talking about, and another thing, don't be so quick to talk about what you're going to do, especially guys from our era. I'm gonna put y'all on to it now. Guys in the 80s and 90s, don't think that you can tell somebody, yeah, so what's up then? We can get it on right now. Because you thinking this, right? You thinking this, because that's what we do. Or intimidating them where he ain't going to fight. They're going to be like, okay, and you're going to be like, abba-dooba-da, trying to explain yourself. So don't be so fast to jump in. What we're talking about today is, we got to be calm. Got to be calm. Because you can't beat everybody. I learned that the hard way too. Can't beat everybody. Let's get on over here and see what's going on with this situation right here. Outrage over no charges that's been filed over this gas station pow-powing that left 3 unalived. Yeah.
Prosecutors declining to charge the man who shot and killed 3 people at a Detroit gas station, citing self-defense. Thank you for joining us. I'm Simon Shakeup.
And I'm Heather Catalo. It's a story we've been following since the weekend, and tonight it's raising new questions about conflict, guns, and choices that can turn deadly in an instant.
All this unfolded around 3 a.m. Sunday at a gas station near McNichols and the Redford Township border. 7 News Detroit's Randy Wimbley is your Detroit reporter following this developing story, hearing from the outraged and grieving family of one of those victims, a community activist, an attorney, and he's breaking down why prosecutors say their hands are tied.
This is a very hard one, because it's a stand your ground and somebody protected themselves. And then you got the parents over here, the person that lost his life, that's angry about the fact that the person lost their life.
Yeah, devastating news for those families. The man who fired those shots was released from police custody early Wednesday. Authorities saying there simply is not enough evidence to prove that he was not acting in self-defense. The man who shot and killed Lester Owens and Trevor and Jasmine Sheeler at a gas station on the city's west side Sunday will not face charges. That news coming from Wayne County Prosecutor Kim Worthy's office, which stated Wednesday, after a careful review of the facts and evidence, the Wayne County Prosecutor's office has determined that the warrant will be denied for insufficient evidence to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the suspect did not act in lawful self-defense and in defense of others. That news comes as a gut punch for the families of the deceased, including Lester Owens' father.
They premeditated everything before they got in their vehicle, what they were going to do. They were going to hit a car, get somebody to come out, tell them and then shoot, because they already felt cocky because they ran around with 3 guns. You let murderers out to do it again. Murderers are not the victims. I'm the victim. Lester, my son, is the victim, and those 2 people that were killed are the victims.
The prosecutor's office says the 3 people killed were seen getting out of their car, opening the driver's door of another vehicle, and getting into a physical altercation with the driver. That's when the man in the rear of that car fired those fatal shots. Attorney Terry Johnson says Michigan law allows someone to use lethal force when they are in imminent fear of death or great bodily harm for the...
All right, so here we go right here. The person that's closest to the car door right there, that's the one that's punching the guy inside the car. Then you got another person that's holding the door open right there. And then you got the girl that's in the back. I'm assuming that's the girl, the lady that lost her life. So all 3 of them right there, they lost their lives because of this incident right here. And they're telling you why it's legal in parts of Detroit, because he was defending himself.
Johnson says Michigan law allows someone to use lethal force when they are in imminent fear of death or great bodily harm for themselves or someone else.
My concerns are someone getting out of a vehicle, going into another vehicle. Again, that's never a good thing, especially when there's been some sort of friction between the 2 parties beforehand.
That friction stemming from a crash on the road, a pursuit, and someone pointing a gun at the other car and culminating in this confrontation at the gas station. Community Violence Intervention Group The People's Action says there were off-ramps on this road to tragedy, and it should serve as a lesson to everyone.
De-escalation skills. It was so many times where they could have stopped and said, you know what, it's not worth it, or we can go a different route.
Us as a community, we need to intervene more. I don't think that we should just always depend on law enforcement or extreme circumstances.
And I know we can get those likes up to get more people over here to understand stories like this and start hearing stuff like this, because we do need to calm down. Yeah, there's been times where I wanted to take it there, got a scratch on the bike, it fell or whatever, because I had to stop short because some idiot or whatever. Yeah, but guess what, you guys, it's not worth it. Just pick it up and keep on moving, because you still got your life. Can't fight every fight. You can't win every battle. Life and the war is what you really want to live as long as possible. That's really winning. Keep on moving, you guys. Let's go.
Extreme people to come intervene. We can do it, right? Let's hold ourselves accountable as a community.
The family of the brother and sister killed in that shooting declined an interview, as did the young man who pulled the trigger. I'm Ray Wembley, 7 News Detroit.
Sad situation right there, you guys. Very tragic. I want to pray. Definitely got to pray for the lost their lives, and hopefully, they learn from this mistake right here, and don't be running up on people like that. And yeah, I want to pray for the family, because as you can see, the father and the family members are very distraught, and they're not going to see this the way that many other people are, because that's their family member, and that's to be understood. I still want to show them respect as well, because they did lose a family member, and I know it's very painful at this time. We've got to show them love. There we go. Let's keep on moving forward. She said it. Everyone there is self-accountable. There you go. There you go, 55. There you go. Now we got another one. I don't know what's going on this highways and what people are doing out here. I kind of got a feeling that this may be like the ex-boyfriend, or this could be like a road rage situation. We got to get back over to Atlanta. We got a pregnant woman that was found pow-powed, unalive in her BMW during rush hour. Now, I don't know, maybe somebody was a passenger, or I don't know what's going on with this, but we're going to keep on looking into this story because it's very fresh. We just got it. We just found out about what's going on. So let's get on over to Atlanta and see what's going on with this.
Atlanta police are looking for a shooter who killed a pregnant mother of 2 found behind the wheel on the downtown connector. Officers found her last Tuesday on the northbound side of I-75, just before the I-20 interchange near Central Avenue.
Now her family is hoping anyone in rush hour traffic that evening who saw.
Meanwhile, she's pregnant, doing the newscasting on this story.
Something will go to police.
Fox has Rob Durienzo is at our live desk, and Rob, still so many unanswered questions for this grieving family.
That's right, Courtney Russ, good evening to you both. I spoke with 34-year-old Bianca Huntley's older brother. He says she was about 4 months pregnant, expecting a baby girl. APD found Huntley in her car along I-75 with a gunshot wound. She died at Grady.
That was harder than anything, you know.
An immeasurable loss for Bianca Huntley's family, not just because she was murdered, but so was her unborn child.
She was expecting 4.5 months pregnant. I believe it was to be a baby girl that she was going to name Heaven.
Atlanta police say they got a call about a person shot last Tuesday around 6:15 to I-75 North, just before the I-20 interchange. Cops found her shot in her white BMW on the shoulder. Her brother says they have little understanding of why.
You know, you kind of know how road rage can get in things like this. We don't know at this time if it's that. We don't know if it's targeted. We have no idea.
Homicide detectives initially said she may have been shot somewhere else, but they don't know where. They're using traffic cameras and cell phone pings to piece all of that together. Her brother says she also leaves behind 2 children, a 5-year-old and a 15-year-old.
The 5-year-old has kind of got questions like, why did they take my mommy away? You know, questions like that. And the 15-year-old is taking it probably just a little harder because, you know, she understands what this is and her mom isn't coming back.
He says she lived in Douglasville and was probably on her way home from her job in McDonough.
She dedicated her whole entire life to her children and her job and her families.
Now, the family is asking anyone who may have seen anything on the interstate that day in rush hour traffic to go to police.
We just encouraging people to step up. You got a busy highway.
Crime Stoppers has offered a $5,000 reward for anyone who can lead police to the killer.
I believe we as the people have to look out for our women and kids, so we got to take accountability and kind of step up to make sure this doesn't happen to someone else.
Yes, you guys, what I would like for you guys to do is, yes, get stories out like this and hit that like button, because that's what actually happens. It sends a signal up to YouTube and they say, you know what, we gotta send this header up, and then our header goes up and many people get to see stories like this. Why do you want people to see stories like this, Boogotti? Because it may make them think different when they go into their next bout or their next spell of about to go into road rage. Because it may save someone's life if they do something like that. I think that it'd be very educational. Very educational in many other ways too. You know somebody that got road rage, might want to show them this video. All sorts of things that we can find out from negative definitely comes positivity. And we still, of course, want to pray for her, want to pray for the family as well as the unborn child that will never be able to have a chance to take a breath and breathe out here and experience life, which is so much more precious than anything else. The gift. There's so many other seeds that could have got in and you was lucky to get in. That's why I keep on telling people, just the fact that we're alive is the gift. Everything else after that is just a plus or a bonus. Real talk. Even the problems, because if you weren't here to deal with them, you know the rest. Want to pray for the family as well as the Lord and as well as everybody here. Anybody who ever was affected by situations like this, want to pray for you and your family for strength and for you to get through tragic times like this. We ask today, Father God, all together, amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go to Long Island now. We got to get on over to Hempstead. We got residents at a homeless encampment inside stairwells and putting families at risk. I think this should be another chapter where I think I'm about to maybe put my business into. Don't want to really get too much involved in it, but I don't really like when people go to people's apartment buildings and take their building over and be sleeping all in the hallway and do all types of crazy stuff like that. I'm the bad guy. I'm going to tell you. You be there asleep. Top of the steps. Whoosh, whoosh, ah! Nice cold water for you. Move to the side. Don't even got to know I did it. I ain't staying here no more. They be throwing cold water on people. One down, more to go. That's how you do it. And then you got to have everybody outside like, oh, you don't want to go in that building. Them motherfuckers is crazy in there. When you see, sometime you got to meet crazy, C-R-A-Z-Y, with crazy, K-A-R-A-Z-A-Y. You just got to go, yeah, you got to go loco sometime. I'm telling you, think I'm playing? I done did it many times. I'm telling you, New Jack City, that's my style, that's my era. Let me tell you something else I used to do, something like my father taught me. My dad He was a super. Man, we need to make the movie called Super, make it about a black man. Check this out. Let me tell you what my dad used to do. You come downstairs with the garbage bag, you throw it on the side of the building, and you just keep on walking. Okay? You leave that garbage like that. My dad ain't gonna go over there and clean that up and put it in the garbage for you. Oh, no, 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 no. He's not doing that. He ain't doing that. You know what he gonna do? He gonna go into the garbage. Yes, he was like that. Find the address. Okay. Take that bag straight to that apartment and tie it on the doorknob. This way when you open your door, hello, was it me you're looking for? There go your garbage. Our pops was a mess with that one, boy. Let's keep on moving forward to see what's going on with this Hempstead home over here. Because I swear, they need some help over here. They got all types of people trying to sleep on there. They all trying to sleep at their place and got them all messed up. I don't think that this is cool at all. Come on, y'all.
They can go to the elevator. Donna Gooding has lived in the same building for decades. She tells me hundreds of families live here, seniors, children, and now she says dozens of people experiencing homelessness are living here too. How long has this been happening here? Oh my gosh, for years now. For years. So this is locked. That's locked.
So if there was a fire here, where'd you guys go through?
We would have to pull out our keys, and if there's a fire going on, more than likely a tenant is going to panic. They may forget their keys.
This is dangerous.
It's extremely dangerous.
We are on West Columbia Street in the village of Hempstead, Long Island. Just take a look at the images the residents shared with us. You can see some appear to be smoking, others carrying grocery carts.
2 words. Pit bull. Pit bull. Pit bull. What the? I'm talking about, you're going to see all sorts of movements like the picture from Good Times. They going to be moving up in there. You're going to think that they dancing. If it was me, oh no, they can stay right there. You ain't got to go nowhere. Let me go get this hungry dog that ain't eat for 2 weeks, for a couple of days. Let me go get Spike. Y'all can stay right there, have your fun. And I'm starting from the top floor. Oh, I'm at the roof. Anybody up here? How you guys doing? And I'm going to act like he chasing me. Oh my God, this dog is coming. Everybody gonna clear up. You think it's a game? Y'all not doing it right. You gotta meet crazy with crazy. So they can be like, yeah, ain't going to that damn building no more. Shit, that damn pit bull almost bit the hell out of us. Yeah, that's how you gotta have them thinking. That's how you gotta have them thinking. All right, but let's take the soft approach, trying to call the cops, build an association and all of that. I'm telling you guys, you gotta get yourself a pit bull. Come on, let's keep on going. Let's go.
A concern for those who live here.
There's a fire hazard, right? When people on the stairs, you can't take the elevator if it's a fire, so you can't get out the building.
Residents also tell me their uninvited guests use their space as a bathroom, leaving a strong smell throughout the property.
We've reached out even to our local mayor, chief of police. We sat down and met with them as well. And their response has been that this is private property, which I understand. However, it's on your land.
How many of you guys remember that guy that was going to clear people out with the samurai sword? Remember back when we first started this, there was a guy that had a samurai sword with the long jacket looking like the white version of Blade. How many of you guys remember that? This fool literally had a samurai sword. He used to be like this, shoo, and he would go get people for squatting. He'd kick people out with a samurai sword. I'm telling you, sometimes you gotta meet crazy with crazy. Y'all don't believe me, okay? And the way you do it, you go to the precinct first. Yeah, you're gonna hear probably a couple of things going on because I know you guys had a report over there. Yeah, we definitely had a report. Yeah, well, we do a little bit higher measures. We make sure nobody gets bit or anything like that, you know, because the dog's gonna have a muzzle on. But we're definitely gonna be having a little bit of action going on for the next 2 weeks. You may hear about it. Okay, no problem. And you just go do what you gotta do. That's it, come on. Keep on moving forward. The soft approach is not working. There's a bunch of ladies in there. You don't see no men stepping up, and the landlord and the management have nothing to do with it. That's when you need to call me. I'll be in there real quick with the mask on, with the dog. Woo! Even if I gotta fake it like Martin with the black dog, with the stuffed animal, I get him out of there. Let's go, y'all. Let's keep on moving. For imagine I run up through there with the Martin dog, talking about sit your $5 ass down before I make change. Running around with the fake dog. They be looking at me like, yo, homeboy, you do know we know that dog is fake, right? Let's keep on moving forward. It's Saturday, y'all. Come on now. We're supposed to be having fun this morning. It's Our Bottom Line, the #1 chat, #1 co-host, #1 family in YouTube history. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to get on over to Pembroke Pines, somewhere I actually went. Luckily, I didn't eat too much food outside. I remember this. I didn't eat too much fast food when it come down to Miami and Pembroke Pines. You guys know we've been following this segment for a while, and it's called Dirty Dining. I can't even take the first sentence on this one because of what they found inside this lady's food. I'm gonna try my best, and you guys, I'm gonna caution you before we even get into it. It's gross. It's gross. So if you guys want to hold off on this one, I understand, because it's pretty nasty what they're talking about here, and I don't blame you from what she found inside her food. Come on, y'all, let's go.
A South Florida woman says she found something horrifying mixed into her meal. A roach in her food?
Oh, it just makes your stomach turn. She reported it, and within a day, inspectors shut that restaurant down. Local 10 News investigator Jeff Weinstein has tonight's dirty dining report.
I was lost of words. I was like, oh my God.
Thank you, Tonya.
Bianca Gutierrez's bourbon chicken and noodles.
And I was like, that's not a vegetable.
Something with legs and antennas.
Juliet, that's a roach in my food.
Disgusted. Very disgusted.
She says it happened last week right here in the Pembroke Lakes Mall food court. The food from Kelly's Cajun Grill. She took it right back to the counter.
Yeah, they were shocked as well.
They apologized. They gave her a refund. Bianca went home, sent us the video, and immediately filed a complaint with the Florida Department of Business and Professional Regulation. The very next day, an inspector showed up, ordered Kelly's Cajun shut, and among the 5 violations, the inspector noted roaches right on top of a prep table in a rear food prep area. What happened? The manager remembers it well. She gets someone on the phone, and when she gets off...
Nobody to talk to. Nothing to say? No. Okay, here's my card. If somebody from corporate wants to talk to us.
No call back to us. As for Bianca, she says she'll be eating at home until she can get this image out of her head. Down to Westchester and right into the Palm Plaza at 7917 Northwest 2nd Street and Sushi Cafe. Last week, an inspector found 31 violations inside this kitchen. We asked to see a manager.
Rodent issues, fly issues, roach issues. Nothing to say.
The inspector found more than 35 rodent droppings right under the sushi counter, next to and in between coolers in the sushi bar area. Live roaches were crawling under equipment. Dead roaches were under the sushi bar. There was mold in the ice machine. There was old food debris across the floors and equipment. Despite telling us no comment, he comes back out again.
If you want to talk to me, we can do it off camera, off the record.
Why would I talk to you off the record? The record is right here. I mean, you serve people food, you have a responsibility. Why would I want to talk to you off the record? Don't you think you owe the public an explanation?
Absolutely.
Later in an
Try to pull a Howard Lutnick real quick.
email, management here claims
He tried to pull a
action
Lutnick.
was taken and they have reinforced staff training, but only after an inspector ordered them shut.
Look here, y'all. I'm not trying to scare you about being out. If you don't know the pots, if you don't know the pans, if you don't know the man, if you don't know the plan, don't be eating everybody's food. My mother always told me that. You don't go to somebody's house, so you better not be acting like you hungry when you get over there. Or you better not ask them people for nothing to eat. You can't eat from everybody's house. How many people know that? How many people know better than to eat from everybody's house? You can't be eating from everybody's house. Y'all know better than that. Got cats and all of that running around, hairs and everything all in the air. Not trying to play with the cats, something like that, but yeah, dog stuff like that too. I done seen it. Ooh, I done been to some places. You be like, they bring you a plate, and then after you eat, you go to the bathroom and you go past the kitchen, and you be like, that's where they just got that plate of food from me. And then all of a sudden you be having the queasies. You know what I'm talking about. Let's keep on moving forward. We got to get back on over to Washington. Because Trump now has a plan for rubber band airlines. You know what I'm talking about. On Spirit Air, they're about to be out of business, you guys. I don't know what the budget is. Maybe you guys can put together a budget for Spirit Air, because Trump's basically saying they got to come up with a plan for Spirit.
Welcome back. Missed warning signs may have been at the center of last month's deadly collision at New York's LaGuardia Airport. You may remember 2 Air Canada pilots died when their jet hit a fire truck on the runway. An NTSB preliminary report
Thank you, Gregory.
the truck did not have a transponder, which could have alerted air traffic controllers through the airport's collision avoidance system. One firefighter also said he heard a warning from the tower, but didn't know it was meant for him. The final report on that crash is likely due in about a year from now. President Trump confirmed yesterday he is considering a taxpayer-funded takeover of Spirit Airlines. He says the U.S. would eventually resell the budget airline after the price of oil drops. Spirit has filed for bankruptcy twice in the past 2 years and is currently struggling with rising fuel costs due to the war in Iran. CBS News senior...
Now, I know I joke a lot and I play around a lot, but I used to take Spirit. You know what I'm saying? It's not that bad. You know, it's bad, but it ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? It's better than Frontier to me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I feel bad for Spirit. You know, I really do.
Transportation correspondent Chris Van Cleve joins us live from Phoenix as he tracks this story. Good morning, Chris. This does not sound like anything we've heard of before. What exactly would it look like for the federal government to buy an airline like Spirit?
Well, that's a little unclear because it hasn't ever happened before. You know, if you look at history, the U.S. government did not intervene when Pan Am was about to go out of business, or TWA, or Eastern Airlines that at the time represented a much larger market share. Pan Am was the de facto flag carrier of the United States for decades. So this is unprecedented as to what it would look like. It sounds like the most logical path would be for the government to have seats on the board of directors, but allow the airline to operate as a business versus some sort of government organization. I think you probably wouldn't have like the DMV or something try to run an airline.
I don't know about that right there, because then it's too much possibility for corruption and stuff to go on, and who's getting the money and all. I don't know about all that right there. I'm not sure. And yes, you guys, I got to tell you guys about something right now that I feel a little bad. I feel bad about. Because I used to watch the show all the time, and when it was in rotation, he was one of my favorite parts of the show. How many of you guys remember? Yep, you guys remember Storage Wars, right? You remember what's the funny guy named, the old guy that used to come around doing all the crazy stuff? What was his name? Forgot his name. There was a lot of real different inspirational people from Storage Wars. You know, if you guys ever watch the show, that's when they go do bids on the storage box, and whoever gets the highest bid, they get to go in there. Whoever gets the highest bid, they get to keep it. Storage Wars, you know what I'm talking about, right? Got a situation here with rest in peace. I did not know about this at all. Just found out yesterday that one of my favorite people on the show is no longer alive. That's right, you guys. None other than the wow factor. We're talking about Daryl Sheets. Rest in peace, Daryl Sheets, who are fantastic on the show. Always really going back and forth with Dave Hester, really doing your thing. You guys made the show what it was. But yes, as of yesterday, we found out that Mr. Sheets is no longer alive. And we're going to get into the story right now to bring you guys up to date to what's going on with this topic. Also, if you appreciate the content and want to see more stories like what you just saw, as well as what we're bringing up, give me all the money in your pockets. No, that's something that's the macho man would say. But what we try to say is hit that like button. Get some more people over here. See what we got going on with our show. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. And yes, rest in peace to the wow factor king. Yep, to the hustler.
Real deal. For 15 seasons, Daryl Sheets starred in one of the most popular reality hits ever. Should we just roll it over the trailer? A&E's top-rated show with millions of loyal fans. We could be talking a mother fortune. Buying storage lockers at auction.
And somebody already knows it. I'm going to say it. Lee Davis, you're right. Sad. Cyberbullying is ridiculous. They're saying it's possible because of cyberbullying.
Daryl, aka the Gambler, turned the hunt for abandoned trash into treasure into a national obsession.
You never know where you're gonna hit. Anything, any place, at any time, anywhere.
And coined his signature catchphrase.
This is the wow factor. Yeah, here's the wow factor. That, my friends, is the wow factor right there.
Found dead in the middle of the night in his Lake Havasu City, Arizona home. Authorities investigating the shocking discovery as a suicide. This may be the final photo of Daryl, obtained by TMZ. He's giving a thumbs up and smiling with fans inside his antique shop just hours before his sudden death. And in his last Facebook post, he'd shared this happy photo with his dog to his followers. He'd even joked about the secret to his Storage Wars success with AOL.
They say I'm actually the locker whisperer. I can see through boxes.
But now Daryl's castmates are revealing he may have been dealing with a secret pain.
He's a guy like really tormenting him lately on cyberbullying.
Renee Mazzotta taking to Instagram to make that claim and also issuing this warning.
Just because you watch us on television doesn't mean you know us. It doesn't mean you know what we're about. Also, it doesn't entitle you to bully somebody.
He did mention that he was having a problem with the guy, but I don't want to speculate on the terms.
Jared Schulz, who was also on Storage Wars, had recently spent time with Daryl.
Any message to his family and fans and everyone who's mourning him like you are?
You know, the only thing that I can say is at a time of loss like this, it's important that we give the family the room that they need to grieve. And I mean, we really connected differently once the show was set aside and we could just kind of get to know each other. I mean, he was actually a very good friend.
Sometimes you just have to remind people where they started, Dave.
Yeah, come up close and you see what happens.
Dave Hester was Daryl's rival on the show.
You know, you're only as good as your competition, so he brought out the best in me.
And you can tell, even though that they was rivals on that show, it wasn't like that in real life. You could tell. Even with Dave, nobody liked Dave. Nobody liked Dave. Watch this.
Daryl's rival on the show.
You know, you're only as good as your competition, so he brought out the best in me.
Have you been able to even process it yet?
You know, as you get older, you know that things happen in life, and you don't know why that people do what they do. You know, people could be going through stuff that nobody knows what's happening. We feel sick about it.
Tonight, Lake Havasu police say they are aware of the cyberbullying accusations and are investigating. If you or someone you know is struggling with mental health, you can text 988 for help.
Daryl Sheets, 1958 to 2006. The gambler, the hustler, the wow factor. That's right, everybody over here. I want to see those hands put together right now for the hustler, for Daryl Sheets. Even if you guys did not watch Storage Wars, one thing I do want to get out there and say, that wasn't the real story when it came down to Dave. That's what the producers tell you to do in order to make people get interested. It wasn't always like that on camera. That's what he actually said. I want to pray for the family. I want to pray for his son. I want to pray for his daughters. I want to pray for Daryl's granddaughters, who luckily we were able to see. We even had a chance to get to know his mom a little bit before she passed. I want to say thank you for the experiences. Thank you for making me understand how to sell lockers and showing me different ways to hustle, gambler. And the way that you always went in and the way that you always went to the edge with Dave, you always brought a fantastic show, and you will always be missed by us as well as your family. Amen. The gambler. That's right, you guys. That was the gambler. Want to show love. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, as we got thousands of sheep that flood Highway 55 in Eagle. What's going on with all these sheep out here? Yeah, Daryl, sorry, bro. God bless you. God bless your soul. Learned a lot from that guy right there. Believe it or not, a lot.
It's not something that you see every day on your commute. Look at all those sheep. This time of year, thousands of sheep take over Highway 55, and while it may cause a few delays for many in the community, it's a very welcome sight. KTVB's Christian Lopez caught up with the rancher behind the herd and shares how this year it saw a record-breaking crowd.
Somebody said even the sheep even know it's about to go down. Look at Faith.
It's not your typical traffic on Highway 55 in Eagle.
They're just so fun to watch, so cute.
As thousands of sheep took over the road as part of a springtime tradition.
I think people just love to see the sheep. They really love the sheep. And the lambs, you know, they look so cute.
How many sheep does it take for you to fall asleep?
It's just, you know, it just puts a smile on everyone's face.
And behind this long-standing Idaho tradition is the rancher who makes it all happen. What do you think draws the community to come watch this?
Oh, well, kids, people love it. You know, 99% of people love sheep.
You're lucky that no Jamaicans is out there talking about, give me one of them sheep and make some curry goat, no?
They love to see them.
For Frank Schertz, it's more than a tradition. It's a way of life. He says he bought the ranch more than 30 years ago from Idaho Governor Brad Little, but his connection to sheep goes back even further.
Sold my first lamb when I was 7 years old. Got $22.50 for him. And I guess I've had a sheep or two ever since.
Each spring, he guides thousands of sheep along this route, following the green up to the foothills and eventually the national forest. It's a journey that he says supports the land and brings the community together.
These sheep are the best thing for these mountains and these hills.
Over the next few weeks, the sheep will continue grazing through the foothills, so bikers, hikers, and dog walkers are encouraged to be aware and keep their distance.
People do pretty good, the sheep herders, when they have them clearing stuff out, like even the goat herder, they be out there just chewing everything up, yeah.
So how much does it mean to
And like somebody says, who's gonna clean up all of that sheep dung?
you to see how many people came out?
Well, I tell you, they'll be seeing those little kids, they're so excited it made it all worth it.
Christian Lopez, Idaho's News Channel 7.
That's Idaho, you guys. Don't talk about we don't go everywhere. We go everywhere, even Idaho. We go to Idaho, we go to the Everglades, we go under the ocean, under the sea. Uh-oh, somebody says gyros are lamb meat. There you guys go. I'm glad I'm vegan. But I do remember, oh boy, do I remember. I had some Jamaican friends, no. My friend them from, no, matter of fact, St. Thomas. Woo, boy, that Irish marsh. What was it? The coconut rice and peas. I had that. That's when I was little now. And then what else did I have? Oh, the curry goat. Woo, boy, I was a little dude like, oh yeah, I was one of them dudes. I'm a soul food guy. My mom's and them from the South. They get busy when it comes down to stewing and brewing. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But hey, had to cut that menu out. Couldn't eat that stuff anymore. Now you know what we do. We eat to live, and we live the right way. That's right, you guys. And right now, what are we getting into? We got to get into the health and wellness section. You guys stuck around this long. I know what you're waiting for. Y'all ain't hanging around with me just because I got on a new suit today. Y'all over there like, wonder what he's got cooking for that health and wellness section. Well, guess what, you guys? Let me ask you a question. How many people here get angry a lot? Tell the truth. I need to know how many people here get angry a lot. I'm going to put my thumb up because I used to get angry a lot, and I'm going to tell the truth. I'm going to practice what I preach. I used to get angry a lot. Did you? How many people here? Let's tell the truth. Thank you so much, Crystal. Got a new suit yesterday. Yeah. How many people used to get angry a lot? There you go, Colessive. I cured my turkey wings. Fight Faye. We got Mary used to get angry a lot. Angel, Sam from 300. Here we go. I used to. Yeah, Audrey used to get mad a lot. Okay, the Greg, Flawless, gets mad because he get peed off, right? My patience is short these days. I understand, Colessive. Yeah, I used to, no doubt, Miss Keisha. Yeah, look at Rasan over here like, yo, I can't even, Boogotti, yeah, me too. Sam Champion says no. Okay, I used to get really angry, says Tanya. Me too. I'm still working on my anger issues. God bless you so much, Kendra. That's actually what I wanted to see. I love when people are still working on it and you're still a work in progress. That's why we love you. Not anymore, says Batty Lynn. I always had good anger control, says Sam Champion. I'm a happy person, says Keith. I did try not to. I have to calm a lot because the Beach Boys help. The West Coast has the good times. I put salt on my tongue and it's a natural mood changer. Try not to be now, not worth it. I love it, 55 Coffee House. You know why? Because it's not. I keep on telling you guys, this is how I taught myself. Boogotti, you've got a motor in there. And you can't keep on stressing it out. Because what's going to happen? Everything that's associated, that comes along with it. That's what I'm trying to say, you guys. You can't take on everything as a battle like we talked about yesterday. Can't take on everybody's responsibilities. You got to honestly worry about yourself sometimes. That's what we're talking about. Mental health this month and self-care. Mental health and self-care. That's what it's all about this month. That's what we're covering right now. I want you guys to understand, I'm not trying to say that it's not possible to not get angry, but what I'm thinking is you need to work on your anger because you're only hurting or helping yourself. Think about it. It's your vehicle. It's your motor. If you stress it, it's going to take more to keep it going. You're going to need pills. You're going to need this. You're going to need that. But if you find measures and ways to, you know what? Let me just separate for a little while so that I can protect myself. The same way you saw me up here grabbing stuff to protect the channel, to protect our channel, to make sure that we're good, we got to protect our hearts. And that means not getting angry all of the time, surprising that person and just saying, well, hell with it, I don't care anymore, because they're not used to that from you. How about win that way? Win by walking away and win by letting your heart have the success of not being stressed out. That's why I wanted to bring this topic up today, how to never get angry again. I'm not telling you you're not going to ever get angry again by watching this video. How do I always tell you guys to do it? We do things in moderation over here. I'm a cherry picker. I like to get a whole bunch of different things from other places. This way I have a nice salad brought together. I might not have a whole bunch of grapes, a whole bunch of lettuce, but I got a piece and I'm satisfied with that. As I go on and go out through life, I gather more, I gather more. This way I have a variety of different things. That's how I look at things in life. I want you guys to check this video out right here because I think it's very important. And I care about your hearts and I care about what happens to you and the way that you carry yourselves around. We're in very stressful times. We've got a lot of crazy people doing a lot of things out here. If I can get through to some people, I really would appreciate it. Let's go. Let's get it up, you guys. 14 more likes to 300. After this, I'm sure you're going to want to hit that like button. We got a situation over here where it's how to never get angry again. Miyamoto Musashi. Miyamoto Musashi. But the channel is, what's that? It's Stoic Philosophy Insights. We're going to join it right now. The name of the video is How to Never Get Angry Again. And yes, just like I promised, all of the videos that we do in the health and wellness section are put up in our Discord. So if you miss it, you can go check out just the health and wellness video. Or if you saw it and you want to watch it again, go right to the Discord, click it, and you're good. This channel is the Stoic Philosophy Insights. How to never get angry again. Again, we're not going to take the whole topic as law, never get angry again, but maybe we can adapt some measures and understandings of how we can be more patient and guard your motor and guard your heart so that it can last longer. Let's get into it, you guys. This is the health and wellness section. Let's go.
Inside you, not the cartoonish red creep. There's a demon living inside you, not the cartoonish red creature with horns, something worse, something human, something familiar. It's the anger you feed, the rage that simmers in your gut when someone disrespects you, the burning in your chest when things don't go your way. It's the part of you that explodes, ruins relationships, makes you weak, and you keep feeding it. But what if I told you there was a way to kill it, to bury it, to walk through fire with calm eyes while everyone else is screaming? Miyamoto Musashi, arguably the most dangerous man to ever walk Japan, did just that. He wasn't just a swordsman. He was a war machine wrapped in silence. He fought over 60 life or death duels and never lost. Not because he was the fastest, not because he was the strongest, but because he was emotionless in battle. This isn't some fairy tale. This is how one man destroyed anger and became a legend. And now you'll learn his way. 1. Anger is a puppet string and you're the toy. Let's be brutally honest. Anger doesn't always make you powerful. It makes you owned. Every time you lash out, every time you explode, every time someone pushes your buttons and you react, you're showing your cards.
They own you. When you do that, when you lash out, they own you. They can control you now. Somebody can actually control your emotions. I'm sure that if we start thinking like that, we're going to get better with this.
You're telling the world exactly how to control you. Musashi understood this early on. He realized anger wasn't strength. It was a chain, a leash, a predictable reflex that made men easy to manipulate. Marcus Aurelius said, "When you are disturbed by external things, it is not they that trouble you, but your own judgment of them." Read that again. Because if someone can make you angry, they can make you do anything. You're not in control. You're just a puppet, and your strings are your emotions.
And most of the times when we go off our emotions, what do, guys? We make the wrong decisions because we're not thinking with our brains. We're thinking off of just our feelings.
Musashi cut those strings. He trained himself to become immune to provocation, to walk into battle with the same stillness you'd expect from a monk.
I love it. Somebody says, I got you out your body. Look at songwriter. Exactly.
No matter what insult came his way, no matter how brutal the fight, he was always watching, always cold. Not because he lacked emotions, but because he refused to be controlled by them. Real strength isn't how hard you hit, it's how impossible you are to provoke. That's what made Musashi terrifying. Not his sword, not his size, not his speed, his unpredictability, his void. A man with no emotional triggers is a man you can't manipulate, threaten, or break. And that is real power. 2. The day Musashi killed anger. There's a story, not many know it. When Musashi was still young, barely out of his teens, he challenged one of the finest swordsmen in Japan, Arima Kihei. Arima was skilled, confident, formal. He expected a duel with swords.
Pressure bust pipes. Imagine what it does to your mind. Frederick, I love it. Perfect line.
Musashi showed up hard with a wooden stick. Arima mocked him, laughed, taunted. Most men would have cracked, thrown a punch, reacted emotionally. Musashi just watched, still, quiet, calculating. Then he struck hard, fast, and then killed his opponent. No rage, no screaming, no theatrics, just brutal, cold execution. Musashi didn't fight with emotion. He fought with awareness. He fought like death itself. And
there you go, Teddy Marcel. No one can control one that walks in the spirit. There you go. No one can control you. There you go. I love that. I love it.
Anger is not strength. True power is found in control. 3. The psychology of the blade. Musashi didn't just swing swords, he studied the mind. He controlled his anger. He wrote, "Do nothing which is of no use." Anger. If not used right, it's almost always useless.
Do nothing of which is of no use. That means do not waste time. Don't be investing time in anything that is of with no use. There you go. Let's keep going.
You think it helps you win arguments? It just shows you're weak. You think it helps you in conflict? It makes your enemies smile. They know they've already got you. The mind is like a blade. When you let it rust with emotion, it dulls. But when you keep it still, sharp, silent, it cuts through anything. 4. Why you get angry and why you'll keep losing.
I like this one right here. Dustin says, anger isn't strength. Absolutely. Know how to get angry, but think it out beforehand. Right. And then also, you don't want to be angry while you're in battle or while you're dealing with something, because again, you might make the wrong decisions out of anger or out of your feelings and emotions. Make sure it's the best decision that you can make out of realistic and out of what's really can happen, and like realistic measures and life measures, not just because you're peed off.
Let's make this personal. Why do you get angry? Someone insults you? Life feels unfair? Someone cuts you off in traffic? Here's the harsh truth. You get angry because you think you're entitled to control things you were never meant to control. You think the world owes you respect. You think other people should behave the way you want. You think life should be fair. Musashi would say, you are attached, and attachment is the root of suffering. Musashi trained himself to expect nothing from the world. He walked alone, slept in the dirt. He trained not just his body, but his soul to be untouchable. No comfort, no luxury.
Now again, we're not talking about adapting all of these measures, but basically you can see where the strengths were and where your weaknesses are in not doing certain things. Because in reality, you guys, if you really think about it, we're responsible for everything, for our fates, for everything that we walk into, especially if we decide yes or no. Relationships especially. Oh, I can't stand her. He ain't. Shh. But yeah, you own 50% of the responsibility of getting into that situation as well. Think about it like that. You own part of the responsibility of getting in the situation as well. When it comes down to those situations that you got yourself into, that's all I'm trying to say. Not situations that you have not, that just happened on a whim. Let's be fair about that. Let's go.
No illusion of control, and because of that, no one could anger him. 5. Training the void, Musashi's practice of emptiness. You don't beat anger by screaming into a pillow or doing 100 push-ups. You beat it by training your mind like a blade. Here's how Musashi did it. Voluntary hardship. Musashi slept outside, ate little, avoided fame and fortune. He believed comfort made the mind weak, and a weak mind is easily triggered. Try this. Pick one comfort and cut it. Cold showers, no sugar, no social media. Whatever makes you squirm, kill it.
Okay, cool. So let's go back to Boogotti real quick. I just got to do it because they said some stuff that we're doing right now. This is what we're working on. We're working on this personally.
Try this. Pick one comfort and cut it. Cold showers.
Started that already.
No sugar, no social media.
Started that already, but not the social media because we here.
Whatever makes you squirm, kill it. Get addicted to discomfort.
Keith, thank you so much.
Realize most of your anger was just entitlement in disguise. No reaction is the ultimate weapon. Musashi would go silent for hours, days even, while training. He trained himself to observe without reacting. Next time someone insults you, pause. Don't reply. Don't defend. Just watch them. The power shifts instantly. You'll feel it. Meditate on death. Every morning, Musashi meditated on his own death. Why? Because a man who isn't afraid to die can't be rattled by anything less. Musashi wrote, think lightly of yourself and deeply of the world. Anger fades when death becomes your companion. What's a traffic jam or rude comment compared to the void? 6. Kill the ego. Kill the fire. At its core, anger is ego wearing a mask. You don't get angry because the world is cruel. You get angry because your image is under attack. You get mad when your pride is bruised. Someone dares to challenge your worth. You feel unseen, disrespected, or dismissed. But here's the truth Musashi understood better than anyone. Ego is a weakness disguised as importance, and the more you feed it, the more fragile you become.
So you think it's important because you want to get your point across and they're not taking it in the way that you want, but it's bruising your ego more than the overall point.
Musashi's solution: kill the ego, burn it, starve it, leave its bones behind. He didn't care if people liked him, didn't care if his name echoed through history, didn't cling to praise, validation, or status. He didn't wear fancy clothes. He didn't chase approval. He didn't smile for the crowd because he knew this. The more you crave recognition, the easier it is to control you. The more you attach your identity to how others see you, the more power they have to break you. Musashi walked like a shadow through the world, detached, free, silent. He lived like a ghost because he understood one thing. A man with nothing to prove is a man no one can provoke. When you kill the ego, insults become noise, criticism becomes information, rejection becomes irrelevant, and anger, it dies because there's nothing left to defend.
Imagine somebody getting so hot at you and just screaming all sorts of things in your face and you just stand there like this. You're taking in the information, because actually if you're really smart, they're really saying what they really feel. So you take it in the information, but it's not affecting you as normally it would. Meeting them with the same amount of anger, having you get all distraught. Then when you go into battle, you're not thinking the right way. Honestly, if you just do this a little bit, might not even have to go into battle. They might say, you son of a, and walk off, because they don't understand why you're not meeting them with the same sort of energy.
You want to become untouchable? Don't build thicker armor, burn the ego that needs protecting, because the warrior with no pride left to wound is the one you should fear the most. 7. The final duel, Musashi versus...
Let's get it, Sam. I see you, a man with nothing to lose, can't be provoked. There you go. There you go. Good one. Sam caught that one.
Sasaki Kojiro. Let's end with this. Musashi's most legendary duel was with Sasaki Kojiro.
Watch this.
Kojiro was a master, a national celebrity, fast, elegant, deadly. Musashi arrived hours late, not because he was lazy, but because he wanted Kojiro angry, frustrated, unbalanced. Kojiro was boiling with rage. Musashi stepped off his boat calm as a stone, holding a wooden sword carved from an oar. Kojiro lunged, furious. Musashi, still, calculated. One blow, Kojiro dropped dead. That's what anger gets you. 8. Musashi's Way, the modern code. This isn't about pretending to be a samurai. It's about adopting their core. Emptiness, detachment, precision, silence. If you want to stop being angry, stop reacting. Start watching, stop expecting, start detaching, stop screaming, start sharpening. And remember, the quieter you are, the deadlier you become.
I gotta do this one more time because inside of you guys, I always try to send you out of here a certain way. I always try to do this a certain way. And I do it because I always say stuff like, in the count of 3, smile. Because I know what that's going to do to your core. And I know what it's going to make you feel like. And when you step away, you're going to feel that energy and you're going to be able to leave with that. That's why I do this. And I'm telling you guys right now, yeah, you know my setup because we've been doing it long enough. But also, certain tactics always match. They always match. They match. Actually, some of these tactics that I actually was doing is actually matching up.
Way of the warrior is resolute acceptance of death. Another quote by Musashi. When you no longer fear discomfort. When you stop needing others to act how you want. When you stare death in the face and laugh. There is no anger left. Only stillness. Only power. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more videos, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button.
Now I got to take you guys again. I love when y'all do this though, because it lets me know I did my job. Anytime I see people in the chat like, yo, what was that video? What's the name of this video? Boo, boo, boo. I love it because that means that we got somewhere and certain people really got something out of it. And hopefully you got something from to take from within to make you a better person for your health and your wellness. That's what that segment was, you guys. Come on, I know we can get those likes up to about 400 right now. Even if it's not 4, I know it's enough people looking. Hit that like button. I'm talking about all the people that's looking right now that's not being shown. The people that's behind the scenes. Yeah, y'all. Y'all that's watching this show that really like the health and wellness section, so y'all stick around that long, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. This is called Our Bottom Line. The #1 family, the #1 co-host, and the #1 host on YouTube, especially when we're on, no matter what they're trying to do, because we still #1. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. How to never get angry again. Miyamoto Masushi. That's right. How to never get angry again. I want you to join the channel because it's not just one channel that we're talking. It's not just one video I want you to learn. I want you to go look at the other videos as well. Every time we join a channel, don't just still join because we doing it. Watch the videos and see what else comes up. So right now we're going to do something that we're going to do together. We're going to hit that subscribe button. And we subscribe to that. Why? Because now I'll be getting that on my timeline with other videos from this channel right here. And the channel is the Stoic Philosophy Insights. That's STOIC Philosophy Insights. Again, or is that an L? STOLC? Probably, you guys. I'm sorry. STOLC Philosophy Insights. STOLC Philosophy Insights. And of course, it will be in our Discord today. I will be copy pasting that link, making sure it's in the Discord today so that everybody that wants to see it will be able to. Hope you guys love that segment right there. I go through a lot to try to make sure that we're getting good segments when it comes down to health and wellness. Really want to make sure that you guys are getting something out of all of the content that we show here. And again, if you guys have any videos or content that you would like for us to share, any of the different things that you guys are doing, whether it's health, wellness, gardening. Eric Cooley, we're still waiting for your videos because we see how you get down with that green thumb. Anybody out there, Kendra, you too. Everybody, we love to show our own videos as well. I'll show them just like I'm showing everybody else's video. But guess what we got to do right now? We got to keep moving because it ain't over. We got to keep moving, you guys. Let's go. I want to know how many guys like Legos, how many people used Legos when they were kids. And how many guys like kittens? You like kittens and you like Legos? Well, how about this? How about your favorite toy was used to help a kitten that couldn't find, let's say, supportive measures for its medical issues? They actually use a Lego set to make this kitten medical equipment. Check this out, you guys. You're not going to believe this one right here. They literally used a Lego set because he was too small.
They built this kid a Lego suit to help him learn to walk. I'm a video producer at the Dodo, and when I learned that Legos were being used to help a kid learn to walk, I knew I had to reach out to the vets behind that.
Squid's back legs did not form correctly, so he was born walking on his ankles instead of his paws.
Squid was unfortunately born this way, but because he was so young, there was still hope he could walk normally.
As soon as Squid came into our hospital, we knew we were going to take him in and foster him and do everything we can to help him. Time was of the essence as far as being able to correct his deformity. We tried so many different styles of splints. The biggest challenge with squid was how tiny he was, because he was so tiny. Nothing on the market existed. So we had to get really creative. We built this apparatus from Legos, given that it was lightweight but also structurally really sound, worked perfectly in his case. It allowed him to stay really nice and straight so that he could walk normally again.
And it worked.
He's such a good kid, and everything we did, he tolerated so well.
He has a really outgoing personality.
He loves to be swaddled.
He became pretty attached to us.
Thank you, Mary
We
Tanner.
got on really fast that we were going to be mommy and daddy. Squid has really, really blossomed to the point where he is very confident. It almost made us cry the other day because we let him play with our little dogs who love him so much. And so he's doing amazing.
He's kind of a little inspiration for us every time we see him. It just reminds us that what we do as veterinarians is really special.
So yeah, Squid, Lauren, and Daniel. The only the Anthony Vets. I'm sorry, the Anthony Vets. And the name of that's their Instagram page, the Anthony Vets, and it's Atlas Pet Vets. That's the name of their company. They're both vets. They're married, and they both do rescue and they save animals all around. Ain't that something that's great that people want to do? See, they're veterinarians. They're married and they rescue animals. Oh, that must be a beautiful life. It's a beautiful day. That's right, you guys. Love stuff like that. Hugs, huge hearts, and so smart. What? Yeah, that was the dodo. So sweet and amazing. Forgive me. Where's Jordan? Jordan will be back because I'm going to go get my boy. And if you guys aren't mad about it, I might have to go make sure that can't happen to him again. That's the same thing happened to Sam over there. I think that same thing happened to Sam, if I'm not mistaken. It happened to Jeffrey Spilker too. Somebody got Jeffrey up out of here, boom, and I had to go ahead and go get him back. What I have to do is go into the back office. I can't do it while the show is playing. Type in the person's name, and then basically go ahead and invite them again to be back on the channel and go ahead and bring them back. So I'm not going to leave Jordan out there. I would never leave my people out there at all, ever. Crystal Frost 9868499. Thank you so much. Crystal's showing some love for the show today, you guys. She says, appreciate the health and wellness today. I'm so thankful to you, Crystal, because I want you to know I go through a lot of videos every single day to try to make sure that you guys have a good content for health and wellness. I could just, this one, I'm gonna do this one. No, I gotta stand here. I gotta talk about it. I have to be interested in it. I also have to make sure that it's well informed and it's good information that we're getting. Sometimes you might see gardening 2 times. Sometimes you might see something about uplifting 2 or 3 times. But guess what? Anytime you guys see any of these videos as far as health and wellness, it comes from here. Comes from my heart because I care about us and I care about you and I care about our health and wellness and I want us to live long and prosper. Didn't think I could do that, right? Can't do it with the left hand too good, but I can do it with the right too good, real good. Live long and prosper. That's right. I'm a Trekkie as well. That's right, you guys. That's what I care about. My people over here. That's how we do it. And guess what? If you guys trying to promote your business and get out there and get your stuff in front of more people, like your promo, a party, or an event, you know what you can do? You can send it over to us at bridgethisllc@gmail.com. We'll make sure that it goes up on the post notification area, you guys. That's it. And it has to be 1080 by 1080 size frame in order to fit. We're about to go to B&H. Can't wait to get our new mics because all I need is one mic, and get rid of these so that we can have crispy sound again and not have any more flaws. But yes, we made it through today. We made it through. And guess what? Same way we got here is the same way we're going to leave. You know we got to get those prayers in the air for every single person that's here. It's Saturday. I want you guys to have a fantastic day, especially if you're off work and if you're by some water or a park or anywhere that you can actually get some sun. I'm hoping that you guys actually please go outside today and at least get about 15 to 20 minutes worth of vitamin D. And no, I ain't saying that other one. I'm talking about the sun, the sun rays. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to let the sun go on your face. I want you to calm down and say, you know what? I'm happy to be alive. I want you guys to be blessed and understand that the Lord loves you. I want to pray for every single person here. I want to pray for your health. I want to pray for your family as well as your animals and everybody around you as far as your friends. Good health, love, life, understanding, commitment, conditioning. I want to pray for love. I want to pray for understanding. I want to pray for patience. A very important thing, patience, you guys, because it's not everybody doesn't have that. I want to pray for patience. I want to pray for every single person here. If you're suffering from anger issues, if you're suffering from any sort of emotional issues, trust me, we over here love you. And before you try anything, you better DM me or you better give me a call, because I'm going to be very upset if I lose any of my family members to anything. That's right, you guys. That Discord, just so you know, I'm going to tell on myself right now. Remember how Mike Jones used to say, just call me on this phone number because you got me? Anytime that Discord ring or something like that, I see it. I know what's going on, and I'm able to follow up with it. So guess what? Anytime you guys send messages over there, you want to holler at me, want to holler at Casey or Liberty, we're there. If anybody got any problems, personal things like that, now we can't solve everything, but anybody that's talking about, no, we don't play that around here. We love you too much to not help you get through that. So that's right, you better hit us up, because guess what? We're going to be angry. We're going to be peed off, and we ain't going to like that, because we really love you guys. I want to pray for your families. I want to pray for Colessive. I want to pray for Terry. I want to pray for 55 Coffee House Lisa. I want to pray for Tanya Wright. Cheryl. Also want to pray for Liberty and Justice. Kendra Walker. I also see Angels Among Us. Sam Champion. Terry Cohn. Colessive. Also, I'm a bitch sometimes. Gotta make sure I get some love to you, even though you're a bitch sometimes. Hope everyone has a wonderful and blessed week, and stay safe. Sam Champion. There you go. Look at this family up in there. Look at Terry, Summer. Look at Colessa. Look at Tanya. God bless you, Deborah. God bless you, Miss Keisha. Blessing Batty. Blessing Greg. Blessing Feifei. Blessing Liberty and Justice. Sam Champion. Blue Steel. That's right. 1512. Can't forget about my brother Casey Ramos. Can't forget about Jeffrey Spilker, Colessive. Can't forget about Mark Dorfman. Can't forget about Sam Champion. Also Terry. Can't forget about Miss Swanza. Can't forget about Shannon. Can't forget about Colessive. Can't forget about Eric Zuli. And you ain't even here right now, but I'm hating you out. And Eric Cooley. That's right, Eric Zuli and Eric Cooley. Can't forget about my brother. You see, I see you. I ain't even see you, but I know you're here. Got to show everybody in the building love, because guess what, you guys? That's how we do over here before we step off. We can't just say, see you later, without making sure that my family's guarded and we good. We ain't caring about no numbers and none of that crap that's going on. We're going to deal with it. And guess what tomorrow is, you guys? Y'all already know. It's Purple Sunday. It's Purple Sunday, y'all. Purple Sunday. We're doing some follow-ups tomorrow. And tomorrow is my cheat day. Tomorrow is my cheat day for health and wellness. Now, I'm not going to tell you if I come across something real good, I'm not going to play it. So if you guys may not come because of the health and wellness section might not be on tomorrow, you might be angry. Because if I go through some stuff and I find a good health and wellness, I'm going to just play it, because that's how we get down over here. But sometimes I like to give Boogotti a break as well, because it's a lot of work. And I need a wind down too. We call it a cheat day. We pick one day out of the week where we can cheat, and you deserve to be able to do it too. At least for an hour, at least for a couple of hours. Get your escape. We work real hard out here, and life is very stressful. So guess what? Being able to escape for a little while is very important. Find your escape in the small vacations. Find small ways to vacation and take your mind a whole different way. And the same way I'm about to do it right here, because we already got our confirmations for the Show Your Talent search. This ain't going to be a vacation. It's going to be a real situation where you guys come and show your talent in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. And if you win, boom, you can win up to $250. That's right, just like Funky Fingers Productions. Boom, y'all remember. So now y'all know where I got that from. I love doing that. Oh boy, do I love doing that. The Show Your Talent search, all 5 boroughs. If you win a borough, $250. And after we get all 5 people together, they're going to be doing a competition. So whoever wins out of all 5, boom, they get a $1,000 on top of the $250. And that's right, you guys. It's being sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. Not me. I ain't paying for that. That's them. But I'm going to be hosting it along with who? My DJ. That's my DJ, the beautiful, none other than, formerly known as Donna from Black Ink Crew. She's now known as DJ Don Dada of, well, DJ. She's a DJ now also, and she's doing a lot of executive producing for television shows and stuff like that too. So we're pretty impressed around here what you got going on with that, Donna. And we will be seeing you guys at our liquor stores. We're going to be pulling up at restaurants. We're going to be pulling up at lounges and many different places. Also, that's right, tattoo parlors, you guys, because it just makes sense. We're going to be running and gunning this summer. Can't wait. This week, we'll be putting in updates of where we're going to be at next week because we're already hitting the ground running. Can't wait to see you guys out there. We saw Casey one time. We saw Mark Dorfman. And yes, Jeffrey Spilker. Looking forward to see you when we get to your town as well. All of you guys, we're going to start moving around states and we're going to start having fun with this. It's summertime, y'all. Time to have a good time and time to enjoy life. Get that sun on your face. Get some good water in you. Take care of yourselves, you guys. I will be right back here tomorrow at 6 o'clock on Our Bottom Line to do it all over again with trending topics, current events, and much, much more. And y'all know what I'm about to say, right? Y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that y'all came here to chill with me on Saturday morning, I appreciate you. See you guys tomorrow. I'll see you in the Discord. Going to hit that Discord right now to drop that link in there and stack this deck to get us ready for tomorrow. Love you guys. See you in the morning. Get 'em. Peace.